and all of a sudden you start seeing her for the character that she actually is.
Yeah. Alright, so we got our first match. We have Queenie versus Oz. This is going to be Testament versus Ram. And this matchup is very interesting how neutral plays out, because both characters are pretty similar to each other in terms of neutral structure.
Yep. And
I think Testament's a little bit better from further away, but I think Ram hits a little bit harder when she hits. Got some pressure. Okay, Oz just doesn't want the sword, so I just threw him away. Oh, the anti-air Grave Digger, very nice. Arbiter Sign. Ooh, very nice.
And a good start for Queenie right here, taking the first round.
That Stain State putting in work for Testament.
Yep, that's and that is Testament's win condition, right? As soon as you get the Stain State, Testament just becomes such a strong character, right? Because any conversion, or any stray hit rather, will lead into a full conversion.
Yeah, the whole tempo of the game really changes when you get inflicted with Stain State.
Yeah, and it's actually not super difficult to set up the Crow to hit, especially if you can get it meaty or anything like that. Also, Arbiter Sign becomes stronger when Stain State is active, and right now we're just seeing a lot of long-range harassment from Queenie. As you were mentioning before, Testament is better sort of at that further away range, and it seemed like Queenie was capitalizing very well on their positioning.
Yeah, Testament has obviously the Fireball, which they can use from like the kind of mid to full screen position. They also have Arbiter to kind of help them out. And this version specifically, they really buffed a lot of those aspects of Testament's kit.
Yeah.
Arbiter specifically is way better. It used to be, in my opinion, really bad last patch.
Yeah,
now it's actually pretty decent.
Arguably unusable before, but now it's truly one of Testament's greatest tools, especially in certain matchups like against Nagaryuki, and we're seeing it put in some work here against Ramlethal as well.
Yeah, I will say that's a big counter at 5H. One of Ram's advantages against Arbiter is her movement speed. She can dash out of Arbiter very quickly. A lot of characters don't have that privilege as much.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, that'd be around for Oz, very nice.
Yeah, and run speed is actually quite strong against the pressure of both of these characters. Against the Ram Sword to be able to escape it in the corner, as well as against Testament, as we see there with the Arbiter Sign. It's going to be a nice... Oh no!
Unfortunate burst.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
Okay, Queenie still has some life. They have meter.
Hard knockdown into safe jump.
Reversal super.
Yeah. That's I mean, that's the classic, right? Just because you get yellow Roman canceled, you know that your opponent's gonna try to push something because they do have their turn back. So just mashing a reversal, particularly one as large as Morttimer, is not necessarily the worst idea.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation, you just kind of have to guess on something, especially in Queenie's position where they were down on life, they had to make something happen.
Yeah, of course, and in a longer set, that might be sort of a problem, right? If you do it too much, your opponent might catch on, but since, these two players are only going to be playing a relatively short set, that situation might never come up again, and, Queenie might not have time to adapt. Either way, right onto the next game, and this time around, Oz is looking pretty dominant with the round start. Gonna get a hard knockdown here after the wall break. Can choose to do a safe jump again, or do anything else, goes for the safe jump, and then starts the pressure in the corner.
Some ram pressure here. Oh,
that's
a big kill.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah, with that much risk, you can pretty much do whatever combo you want, and it's gonna kill.
That is true. Oh, catches the backdash of Daro.
Some very aggressive.
A thing with this matchup is that, like I was saying, Ram just kind of hits harder usually than Testament does. So, even if Testament keeps Ram out for a little bit, Ram only needs one hit.
That's right. Oh, and it looks like right now the control has shifted significantly. Oz just going full ham pretty much, and it's quite a change of tide from the first game where Queenie managed to take that one. But all of a sudden now, Oz poised to take the whole set.
It's been a very big shift in tempo. Like the first game just looked kind of like a, almost like a wash, but I think Oz has really been answering back and just kind of. I think the big difference is they've been using their swords a little bit differently since the first game. The first game they found themselves swordless quite often, and now I think they're being a little bit more reserved with how they're using their swords.
Yeah,
And they're just getting their offense, and they're just making it work.
Yeah, it seems like they're just their aggression is better placed, right? Like they're just finding all the hits, whereas before it seemed like they were just running into Testament, Scythe, and Arbiters a lot more.
That said, Queenie's got a lot of control this round. Oh, that should be death.
That was a tricky teleport. Might kind of looked like Testament was gonna come from behind, but ended up appearing in front with the 2K.
Okay, out of the corner. Good movement for Queenie. Oh, got counter hit by the Rekka.
Yeah, I was probably expecting Rekka 3 right there, but DreamscapeOZ not biting. Okay. Queenie still has a chance here. The life deficit is pretty great, but as long as Queenie can keep Oz out. Oh, but that being said, this is pretty bad.
Oh, and super this time.
Yeah, Queenie was ready. Unfortunately,
not the best punish.
Yeah, with this much life, you can just afford to gamble with reversals.
Yeah, I'm not sure what type of better punish Testament had available there, but either way, we're at match point for Oz. We'll see what Queenie can do in response.
Yeah.
Strong to the Arbiter.
Yeah.
So I was mentioning, Ram's run speed really lets her get around the Arbiter very effectively and also punish Testament at the same time.
And that was not quite an ideal punish on Rekka 3 right there. Ramlethal is very minus. Probably could have pushed something better than close slash or far slash Arbiter, that is. But in any case, knockdown here.
What I see?
Okay. Yeah, Fireball Arbiter. That's right. Oh, and that's immediate burst from Oz, and then yeah. And that's the risk of putting yourself on the corner, right? With the teleport right there. Sure, Queenie got the hit, but the burst came out, and all of a sudden, Oki situation for Oz.
Flash kick is, obviously Leo's flash kick is just very strong, but in general, it's very good against Leo himself, which is very common.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my god, round star DP. We're in there.
Oh, okay. Well. Oh. Unfortunately misses the conversion there and then gets put back into the corner. Oh man.
So Blacksamuraix is in the pink and Yata is in the default.
That's right. And we're seeing some oh my goodness, we're seeing some neutral being played in backturn stance, which is a bit rare. I think most Leos opt not to play too much neutral in there, but working out for Yata, getting some nice anti-air parries.
Yeah. Okay, ED2D. Kind of close slash.
Goes behind. And there it is.
Flash kick. And the sets would be so fast. Keeping up with this is going to be very difficult. Don't blink.
Yeah, exactly. There's going to be lots of scrambles.
Okay. Samurai chooses to spend some meters, stay on offense. Makes sense in this matchup.
A bit of a fireball war.
Ooh, patience. Oh, delayed flash kick.
Yes.
Oh, tried to bait the flash kick, but got caught by it. Right.
I'd like to see stats on how much damage those rounds was dealt with flash kicks.
Take a shot for every flash kick we see.
No, please don't. You won't make it through the tournament if you do. Oh.
Okay, some patience right now. Ooh, whiff punch on the counter. Baiting flash kick, no go.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Leo doesn't really have too many setups that are safe against his own flash kick, so has to commit to a bait, maybe by dashing back or doing a parry. And Interesting. Yata chooses not to break the wall there and instead keep the positioning.
Oh, the flash kick. That's flash kick on offense, I think. To go through the armored stance.
It's opened up low. There's going to be a wall break. No super though, so we're back to neutral.
Oh, nice throw on the PRC.
Oh,
and
goes
the
for
command throw.
Yeah, it's actually a, it is a reactable option, but if you think your opponent's gonna be going for flash kick anyways, that does beat that option.
That is true, because it is a grab. I think most people tend to just forget that Leo has a command grab, including Leo players.
Yep,
Like, running their own offense, they tend to just not use it very much, but sometimes those types of things, like, because no one thinks about it, is why it's gonna work.
Yeah, it's probably one of those options that you don't want to over-represent in your gameplay, but, once or twice per set, and chances are your opponent's not going to be ready for it.
Yeah, that's true. And like you said, it does kind of circumvent the flash kick a little bit, because it will throw the flash kick, so it makes sense.
Yep. Okay, again, dash up flash kick. That's going to be the corner for Blacksamuraix, and a wall break.
Oh, dash flash kick again.
Cannot deter this man from doing it.
No. If you play Leo, you can't be deterred from flash kicking.
That's right.
It's in the contract.
Probably one of the character's greatest strengths, so it's an option you must represent. Back turn super.
To beat the guard point. Anti-air flash kick. Playing Guile.
A little bit of guile action here. Goes behind.
Oh, tried to parry the burst. Unfortunately for them, does not work that way in this game. This is not Exude.
Okay.
Oh, the reversal flash kick.
These scrambles are insane.
Chooses the burst. Dash up super.
My goodness. Yeah, and this is going to be pretty much guaranteed death. Could have even done a charge dust if they wanted.
I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping they would punish it with a flash kick, but...
Yeah. That would have been... Oh, man.
Fireballs. Okay, we really are playing Guile.
Yep. Okay, knockdown. Chooses to break the wall here. Gonna get a super wall break. And that's a big chunk of health right there. This round might be over for Blacksamuraix. Flailing a little bit on offense, but manages to get the 2D. That being said, yep, chooses not to burst. A wise call, because probably gonna need it for this round.
Yeah, this is pretty back and forth so far. I feel like I feel like it's just the nature of this mirror. Both characters can answer each other so well.
That's right. Oh
beats the burst.
Yeah, and that's sort of shades of the match we saw before with Queenie. This time, the burst gets blocked.
Counters the DP. What is happening? Oh, the back turn can't kill. Doesn't have meter.
Overhead miss.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, the throw.
Oh, that was so smart from Yata.
Wow, very quick decision making there. Very brave as well, like if Samurai had just chosen to mash or jump or backdash or something, that throw would have gotten cooked. But
that's right.
So they just have to have the read and just believe in it.
Yes, and it seems like these players are just going full ham, no regard for their own life bar, just sort of going in. Excuse me. Yeah. I barely feel like I have enough time to say anything about this match with the breakneck pace that we're seeing.
Yeah, in a way, it feels like both players are like in a contest to disrespect each other. Who can disrespect each other the hardest?
Nice
air throw.
Great air. Another one.
Another air throw.
Okay.
I was gonna say, don't do it again, please.
Yeah. Not this time. Misses the punish.
It's
a DP. Tries to. My goodness.
Wall break.
And it's starting to look like Yata is finding some semblance of control here amongst all the chaos.
Reversal flash kick.
Yeah, couldn't really push their offense there. Flash kick was there, even if it got punished. So much life on the line.
Big counter hit. Pokey.
Yeah. Hard knockdown.
Dash flash kick on wake up.
And that's oh, but it gets counter hit out of the parry.
Okay, RC to keep up pressure. Oh, 2D gets blocked. Too far to punish,
Yeah.
though. Fireballs. Oh,
Oh, but you can punish that now.
yeah,
Yata
they're
needs
probably
to...
already focused on flash kicking, though.
Yeah.
Oh, the 2D.
Oh, throw it. Wake up.
Oh.
Okay, this is insane.
This is very insane. Oh,
Oh
drops the
no,
combo.
drops the combo. A chance here for Yata.
You don't want to drop combos on Leo. Okay, very nice.
Oh, okay, nice.
Ease it
And
up.
yet, yeah, 2S is a great button for Leo. Not just in this matchup, but in general.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, goes for the reset here, the with the back turn crossover.
Entire 5P, or back turn P rather. Okay, all goes to Leo Oki.
Oh my
switch to the
goodness.
fireball, very nice.
And what a way to
these players
close
are
out
playing
that
so
round.
fast.
Woo! That's Wow.
You know, Leo's just like, he's so well equipped to fight himself.
Yeah.
You know, he's got everything you could ask for to fight himself.
Might
It's
be a
funny
mirror
when it
match.
works out that way.
Yeah, no, it might be a mirror match, but it's a 10-0 matchup.
I feel like there's the mirror matches where the character doesn't fight themselves well, and then there's a mirror match where they fight themselves too well.
Too well, yeah, and it just evolves into what we're seeing right now. But I'll be honest, it's pretty entertaining.
It is, and I mean, you know, being able to play at this pace and, like, you know, kind of outguess your opponent is still impressive.
Yes, I wonder if these players enjoy the mirror match, or if they despise it.
I've never heard a Leo player say they like this matchup. I think they all don't like it.
Yeah, that
fair.
would make some sense.
Oh, the flash kick. Oh, the
Yeah,
meaty cross. Oh, the dash through to bait the DP. Very nice.
Oh, opts to go for the easy combo into super. You can just loop that. Slash, hard slash.
About to get meter, though. Okay,
And
very
throw.
nice.
Okay, a nice response from Blacksamuraix.
It's looking like we might be going to a final game, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, this is for as insane as this match has been, it's been pretty close, to be honest. Flash kick gets baited. Yata maybe a little too predictable with those at this point, but gonna get a wall break here. Not quite enough time to or meter to do a super there, but still a great bit of damage.
Oh, the run up throw. Oh, man, they both have to bait flash kicks so often against each other.
They do, and once they do, the 2Ds come out on wake up. The cross up berserker slashes come out. Okay.
Oh, nice 2D. That actually could have been pretty bad for them if that was blocked. But
It almost looked like they both went for the same option, but one of them just did it a little faster.
we are on match point for Yata right now.
Oh, but an air connect prevents Blacksamuraix from getting that key conversion. And the throw, once again, Yata not actually punishing 2D.
All the cross-ups are coming out.
Yep. And that's the thing, right? Once you get nervous, it becomes way harder to react to that with a throw or with a block. Throw? Opt to...
Oh, anti-air with the back turn P. Baits the burst!
Yeah, I mean, that you have to burst there, but you still, you know, you're still gonna get baited.
It's pretty much a checkmate situation at that point, and
Yeah.
now we find ourselves 2-2 between these players. And something tells me that it's just about to get even faster.
Yes, I don't know if these players don't seem to be too affected by the pressure, just kind of going absolutely ham the whole time. And I can't imagine that's going to change right now. But we'll see. There's a nice set of adaptations from Blacksamuraix that last match. Seemed like they had a better read on what Yata wanted to do defensively. Oh, this is the throw.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you know, at the end of the day, this type of matchup comes down to those types of reads. You know, are you going to bait the DP or not? Are you going to bait the throw or not? You know, that's pretty much what it is.
This time manages to get the punish on 2D, blocks the burst.
Okay, we're jumping. Should be able to block this in time. Nice. Oh, the 2K 2D. Baits a throw.
And Blacksamuraix just with all the right reads right now. I don't think that's gonna. Oh, okay, yeah, that I forgot. That does break the wall.
Oh man, if that 2D hit, I would have exploded.
Oh, and another super.
It's not gonna kill. Yata on a sliver, but that's all Leo needs. Oh, the JK, very nice.
Yeah, maybe didn't expect for Blacksamuraix to land on the other side there.
And now Samurai is on match point.
Yeah. Oh, gets a far parry
parries.
twice in a row. Parries again, but gets thrown.
Oh, the meaty back turn K. Chooses the burst. Counter JS.
Oh no, but drops the combo. Maybe some nerves getting to Blacksamuraix. Now gonna get punished for that throw.
Might have been uncertain on the spacing. Blocks the cross up. Gets counter hit though. Yata's answering back currently. That should be death. Super.
And Yata had that read. You saw Yata didn't even approach on that Oki situation. Was content to just sit there and wait for the flash kick to come out. Oh,
and
speaking
now
of
we're
which,
on last round. Big start for Samurai here. Gonna get the wall break. Positive bonus for Leo. Leo uses the meter really well, so that's good.
That's right.
Oh, 2D into flash kick. Throws the flash kick, very nice.
I was almost expecting another throw there.
Yeah.
Oh, misses the conversion there. Oh, but it gets counter hit out of the defensive stance.
Chooses the burst. Oh, the counter JS, very nice.
Wow.
And that was just such a rapid fire set. Both players having to just kind of adapt back within seconds every round of what each other was doing, and just like you have to have confidence in your reads in this type of matchup. You can't second guess yourself. You just got to be like, you know what? I'm feeling the flash kick coming out. I'm just baiting it.
I know in some matchups, Viking gets to pretty much just spam air tatami as a way to keep out their opponent. But does that work well against Ram?
I think it's okay. Like, it definitely has its place. The issue is that Ram has good disjointed normals to just kind of hit Viking through the tatami. And an air counter hit for Ram in a situation like what we just saw, Solstice 6 feet through it even. The reward for Ram is so high that even if it's a good tool, you're very susceptible to getting hit for a lot of damage, and that's not what you want.
Interesting. Yeah, that is not going to work, but it's still plus anyway, so not really a big deal. Oh, and Morttimer could have punished that actually. OTG 214H is punishable by pretty much anyone.
Yeah, most people don't know how to punish it though. They don't know it's punishable, one of the two.
Yeah, it's got a lot of recovery. In any case, Morttimer on the back foot here.
Yeah, Kabari can be a pretty good poke in neutral for Viking as well from further away. Vikin's normals when she's in like her far slash range are better than Ram's. Like if she can get into that situation, she's very strong. It's just about her getting there is difficult. But if she can, then like that's kind of her win condition.
That's right, yeah. Has to navigate Ram Lethal's gigantic normals to get in, but once she's in there, and as we're saying that, Morttimer in the corner here, chooses to burst out, pretty much has to.
Yep.
And that, okay. Yeah, the wall break damage is enough to close it out. Quick first game.
Barely. Yeah, it's pretty quick. I think Morttimer just wasn't playing at the same pace as Solstice, and this is something you'll see with a lot of top players, is that they just play faster than other people. And it's very noticeable when you're watching like a top player play in pools or whatever. They're just very confident in their decision making. They're able to play at their own pace, and the other person, they might be good in their own right, but they're just not able to keep up with how fast the stronger player is playing.
Yeah, it's also when you're fighting a known player such as Solstice, you might start to second guess some of your decisions, and that's pretty much exactly what you don't want to do in a fighting game, right? You don't have the time to think, oh well, should I do this or this, because by that time you're gonna be getting hit. And here we go. 2S gets whiff punished, and Morttimer already in the corner. Oh, and gets hit by that. Yeah, unfortunately, you don't really have time to jump there after you block hard slash if Ram Lethal opts to throw the sword.
Yeah, very, very small gap there. So now Solstice has 100 meter and positive bonus, so making comebacks gonna be pretty difficult for Morttimer here.
Yeah.
Oh, messes up the dash block. That should be death.
That's right.
Very nice.
Doesn't even need the full combo for that. Oh,
Okay, we'll see if Mortimer can answer back here in neutral. I think he's gotten a couple opportunities and just hasn't quite capitalized on as well as you would like.
Yeah.
Nice in the corner. You know, one strength that Ram has in this matchup is that Viken traditionally has very strong defensive options, mainly because of her parry, but the parry does not work on projectiles, and Ram's pressure pretty much revolves around having a plus unblock projectile.
That's right, yeah.
And that is very difficult for Viken.
Yeah. Once you're in the corner as Viken, you know, you pretty much need super if you want any sort of reversal option, because the sword's going to be coming out, you're going to have to block it, and then Ramlethal's just plus as hell.
Yep, and Ram's also one of those characters that she doesn't have to approach if she doesn't want to, you know? She can just kind of box you in and back off and not engage with the parry if she doesn't want to, you know?
That's right, and even, you know, a lot of Ramlethal's normals that she would be using in that situation would be hitting from far away enough that the parry probably wouldn't get a full connect.
Yep.
Of course, Viken's parry is much stronger when parrying something up close, because that way you get the full animation with the big damage.
Yep, and you get the Oki off of it and everything. Alright, now we're 2 games up for Solstice here. See any adaptations on Mortimer's part. Chooses to burst early. I think bursting early against Ram is fair in this matchup. You kind of just need to get started. Ooh,
Yeah, don't want to...
Side swap.
Oh, very nice. But yeah, you don't want to give Ramlethal the corner if you can at all help it, so an early burst is not a bad idea.
Throw tech. Uh-oh. Choose the RC, just wants the wall break. Didn't build the 100 meter for super, or the 50 rather.
Yeah, not quite enough to kill.
Ooh, the counter hit.
Yeah, I can't exactly whiff punish 2k.
Match point for Solstice. Ooh, big round start counter hit for Mortimer.
Yep. This is how it starts.
Yeah, Viken pressure. Solstice has been using a lot of JH and JS, and that is because Viken's anti-air is not the best. I say that right as it works, but generally Viken's 6P is not the most reliable in this matchup.
Yeah, commentator's curse right there.
True.
Oh, and a conversion from JP, very nice. Gonna get Oki from this. Into the sword.
Fire C, throw attack, very nice from Solstice. Oh, that might be death. That should be.
That's gonna be a lot of damage, yep.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, Solstice moves on.
A quick match, but in any case, Solstice is one of our expected finalists, probably.
But I do remember Dreamscape was showing us some nice stuff in this matchup last month, so
yeah,
I am curious to see what they bring to the table this time. Let's get into it.
Oh,
hey, run a throw, punish, dang. Alright, starting off bold, run a throw, I like it.
Yeah, and not much you can do here. Gets wall broken. But not really the end of the world, lost a lot of health, but still has a good opportunity here to turn it all around. No meter for super though, so now we're basically evened up. Gets thrown though, this is pretty bad.
Oh, the cross up into super.
And that's it, yeah.
Okay. Pretty fast round one so far. That's kind of what I expected.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of aggressive round starts from Oz, while Razzo is content to just sit back and whiff punish whatever Oz throws out.
Yeah, Leo is one of the better characters in the game with punishing Ram because of how his dash works and how, like, his 5k, for example, works because it's an advancing move.
Yeah, it's so fast and it goes so far with the dash. And that's a quick one right away from
game
Razzo.
one. That's kind of how this matchup goes because, you know, Leo is, you know, he is that fast-paced mix-up character, and usually Leo has to kind of take some risks to try to get in against Ram, so if like one character wins, it's probably going to be pretty fast. either Ram's going to answer all the approaches and Leo's going to explode, or Leo's going to get in once and then just maul Ram until she explodes.
Yeah, and what I'm noticing right now is it kind of seems like Oz is playing a little bit aggressive. Perhaps might want to be a bit more defensive here, and I like that actually right away. Razzo was reading some sort of mid with the 6P, and Oz just chose to whiff punish it. That being said, once again, this is an Oki situation, and of course Leo can loop this.
That should be death. Super.
Might live? Nope, not even close. Okay.
Yeah, Ram low on guts, unfortunately for her. Another round for Razzo.
Oh, lots of 5k here. That is not really a move you can whiff punish. However,
yeah, they've seen some whiff punishes from Razzo. Right there, another example of it.
And so much flailing right now being done. And on Oz's side, once again we're seeing a cross up into super. We've seen this before, and there you go.
Yep.
Wow, some really fast matches from Razzo, just completely in control here, and of course, Razzo is expected to make it quite far in this game, in this tournament. That is as well.
Yeah, Razzo's demonstrating some very nice whiff punishing right now. Whiff punish with their own far slash, their 5k, pretty much every type of whiff punish you could think of. They're demonstrating right now. Very impressive.
Every flavor in the cookbook. Yes, and we'll see what Oz can do. I mean, of course, this is pretty tough fighting such a renowned player right now. Oh, and a clash. Okay. Okizeme goes for the overhead. And an early burst from Oz. That's probably wise. Don't want to get ball broken into positive, but once again, Razzo with the aggression.
Ooh, nice 2k. All the 2D whiffs, unfortunately.
Yeah, a bit too far there, even with the counter hit.
Tries to run up throw, techs it.
Yeah, and from that far away, it's actually not bad to just sit there and react to the dash up, even with Ram's fast dash.
Yep.
Oh, and a nice combo from Razzo to close out that round. Still keeping burst.
And it's a match point for Razzo.
Once again, a whiff punish, but that's the thing, right? You don't really have to be that worried about doing 6P as Leo there, because Ram's not going to get much from that far slash.
Oh, didn't burst in time, I don't think.
Nope, and there it is.
That was definitely a Leo round for the books, I can tell you that. That was, there was at least 6 cross-ups there, I'm pretty sure.
That's right, and Razzo staying cool and collected, very patient play. We just saw lots of whiff punishing. I'm not sure.
I think I've heard this matchup is... I think I've heard that it's Spike in favor a little bit, but I think it's also pretty obnoxious for her because she does not have the best, you know, approaching tools in the game. Outside of, like, Air-JS, for example.
Probably needs a lot of patience to navigate what Remi's going to be doing, which is, you know, playing some good long-range neutral. That being said, Zintai is in here, but Remi doing a good job at staying safe. Lots of FDs, gets a back throw here. Goes for the throw bait, but Zintai not biting and instead air dashing out.
Yeah, air dash out with the Yuzansen. Pretty good option to escape the corner. Oh, that should be round 1. Very nice. Yep.
Nicely done from Zintai, taking all of their conversions to the maximum level here. And here we're going to get knocked down into safe jump with the Tommy. No meter to really threaten the overhead.
And there's Anti-Air. Ooh, chooses the burst. Wants to keep the corner.
Yeah, and a delayed burst at that, even though Remi probably was actually baiting the burst with that jump. That being said, Axel Bomber, and oh, misses the last bit of the combo there.
Wins the scramble though, and gets the wall break anyways.
That's right, and this is a pretty dire situation from Zintai, but if they manage to get in... Oh, and speaking of which...
Oh, nice whiff punish, very good. This is bike with 50 meter, anything is possible. Oh, messed up. That was supposed to be 2D.
Yeah.
Oh, the reversal super, that should hit.
And that should be it, yeah.
Oh,
that was
that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, but that was a very smart play from Zintai to jump over the command throw and then be ready to react to the RC with their own. Maybe some of their own Axel experience coming into play right there.
Yep. With the trade combo, very good for Axel.
Yeah, and quite a bit of damage actually.
Zintai low on health, low on meter. Oh, they got one more chance.
Yeah, and here Remi's just content to stay pretty much full screen and react to whatever Zintai's gonna do. Has a lot of room to run back and ends up finding the throw.
What a lock-up throw. That was confidence there. The I know you're not gonna come down with a button, and I'm gonna throw you when you land.
That's right, and that's the thing, right? Doing you know, just dash jumping into air block is very strong against Axel, and a good and usually pretty safe way of approaching him. That being said, Remi was ready for it and threw him right as they landed.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you kind of have to do, not just as Axel, but especially so with him. Is sometimes you just have to like let people jump around and then either try to punish their landing recovery or throw them when they're landing because they won't be expecting it.
That's right. It's a very
as
important.
Axel, you got to be kind of tricky with how you get your damage.
That's right. That's right. And right now, Zintai's being zoned. Can't really find their way in. And yeah, I mean. Oh,
ooh, nice air
here we
throw.
go, an air throw.
Yozansen. Throw again.
And this time if the Yozansen hits, it's going to be a lot more damage.
Oh, Viking throw is so scary. Oh, Remi blocks it.
Snail gets air blocked, cannot punish.
Oh, the trade. Oh, wasn't enough.
Not quite enough. Remi still has a chance here. Lots of meter to FD here. Staying pretty safe with the RC. Can't really afford to use Snail now, though. Oh, and there it is. A nice.
Those are the situations that Axel's so good at when you're just one hit from death.
That's right, yeah.
And some very close rounds for Zintai, just unable to close them out currently. That's a gold burst for Remi. That's gonna be rough. That's 100 meter on Axel.
Yeah, maybe Zintai looking to get a gold burst of their own. That being said, yeah.
Oh, that's so much damage.
Yeah, the damage seemed like it was mostly already done, and the problem about that is, you know, you don't want to give the burst out too early because Remi might bait it, but at the same time, all that damage was already done.
Yeah.
There goes Onsen. Air block into Oki right here. Okay, goes low, but Remi not biting them.
So the pressure. Asavari again. That's plus on block.
That's right, and that should be it. Yeah. Very nicely done from Zintai, turning that around after the gold burst even.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. This is going to be Axel Bomber.
Decent damage.
TG.
Oh, the parry gets punished.
Yeah, and a small but nice little combo there from Remi. The damage that Remi has found already is quite... Oh, and yeah, you can't burst there, unfortunately.
Yes. I mean, you had to try, you're gonna die anyways, but...
Yeah, you have to do something, but Axel, one of his greatest strengths is his ability to do burst-safe routes with his long-range scythe attacks.
Yeah, so every round I feel like has been pretty competitive and pretty close. It's just every time Remi has found themselves able to kind of keep their composure and tough it out, Zintai unable to find these round closers currently.
Yeah, not quite. And we'll be jumping into the next match here. Yeah, it just seems like Remi has the competitive edge here. It's just something going on that Zintai can't quite close out the rounds. And Remi just staying cool under pressure, not letting any round losses get to his head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, lots of patience here being shown.
We had to burst that. That was about to be nasty.
Yeah, and Remi manages to sneak behind Bike in there, making the JH whiff.
Big anti-air.
Yeah, and Remi just so good at anti-airing Zintai right now. It is, again, one of Axel's greatest strengths. Oh, okay. Mrs. Snail. No big punish, though. And that's it. An awkward but nice little conversion there from Remi. It was a bit of a strange hit. Manages to kill off of it, though. Oh, misses the Yozansen. No whiff punish, though.
I tried to go for the air throw. Ended up whiffing it.
Yeah.
Okay, out of the corner though. It's been making the air dashes outwork defensively.
Yeah, we've been seeing that a lot, and that is a strong tool for Baiken, is doing that cross-up Yozansen right there, and 3 throws in a row.
Is Baiken a grappler?
I'm seeing lots of throws, so...
Checks out.
Checks out.
Escabari again. And these Escabari situations are so funky.
Oh, and that was a neat little conversion there with the JH Yozansen. Looked kind of wonky, but the rope made it all work.
Yeah.
Yozansen again. Remi was ready this time though. Does not get hit. Perhaps in the future might even be ready to air throw that.
Oh, that might kill? Question mark?
Yeah, Axel, not a very gutsy character.
Ooh,
and
very nice.
Closes it out. Very nice.
Okay, one on the board for Zintai.
Yeah, Zintai answering back.
I've noticed that Zintai's been pulling out a lot of Escabari now, maybe assuming that they've gotten Remi to be comfortable blocking, throwing out the Escabari, which is plus, and puts Bike in a lot of situations where she can get some mix-ups going because of the tether that it puts on you.
Yeah,
so maybe that's been like an adjustment they're looking for.
The plus frames, as well as Baiken's own 4-frame jab, go to make Escabari a pretty strong move if blocked.
Yeah, it's very scary to try to interrupt it as well. Even though Escabari is quite slow, I think it's like 31 frame startup, which is quite slow in a fighting game. But her pressure is just so terrifying, and if you get hit by anything, you just explode. So you're very reluctant to try to stop it.
Yeah, it's about the mental stack, right? Once you're looking out for all the other stuff, as soon as the Escabari comes out, you're not going to be ready, even though, as you say, it is quite slow. Any case here, Remi with the life lead, and both players have already spent their burst. Oh, nice. Almost gets a full conversion off of JP.
It's a big counter hit.
Yeah. Opts not to go into time stop super, and nicely reacts to the super flash. Oh. And a nice...
That was rough for Zintai, because they ended up just, because of the gun super, didn't have meter for the rest of the round.
Yeah, and
Match point for Remi.
That's the thing, right? It's very tempting to be shooting the gun to punish people doing stuff, but if they have meter of their own, they can react with RC, as Remi did.
Yeah, I can see the gun super honestly being pretty good in this matchup, maybe, but just maybe not when Axel has meter already.
Yeah, for sure, to catch Rensen and stuff like that, it's quite good.
Great throw attack. This is our last chance to run-up throw.
Oh, and we saw that before, and we saw it again. Remi just knows when Zintai is going to jump in with, or do an empty jump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've seen RedDitto here quite a few times. In fact, they won our first Shut Up and Fight.
That's right, that's right. And if I remember correctly, they didn't enter the second one. Memory might be a bit fuzzy on that, though. Either way...
I don't think they did.
Yeah.
So
in any case...
here again. And I don't know much about our JdJones friend here, but we'll see what they can bring.
Yeah.
Already decent start for them.
Yeah, shooting that golden gun.
And I gotta be honest with you, I'm not a fan of this Happy Chaos color, but...
Yeah. I mean, personally, I just like the default one the best, but to each their own, I suppose. Oh, rolls.
We're getting tricky.
Rolls again. And I mean, yeah, you can't really focus up there.
Yeah, some execution errors maybe on their part.
Yes. Happy Chaos is indeed a technical player character, though gets yellow YRC baited.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, Dylan was very committed to baiting the YRC there. Baited it like 3 different times, I want to say.
Yep, and it is something you have to do against this character, as it is basically his only really real way of getting out of some situations. In any case, explosion gets blocked. We're getting some nice sword pressure here. Techs the throw, but still is in jail. And the 2K finds its mark. Chooses to not break the wall, and JdJones answers with a gold burst. Gold burst very strong, as Happy Chaos, as we're seeing right here.
That might be death.
Yeah.
Yeah, Happy Chaos Super is very good at guts crushing because of all the hit.
That's right. Yeah, along with Calvados, one of those supers that is just incredibly good at closing out rounds. Oh, did not get the sword back in time, and now JdJones, a nice side swap here. Goes for the mix-up, but RedDitto ready. Oh, blocks almost everything except that last little bit.
Okay, and JdJones was low on resources, but they're getting them back.
Yeah, opts to sacrifice some damage to get some resources back. Oh!
It's gonna hit. They weren't far enough.
Yeah, gets caught reloading there.
Okay, they're in the corner. Big 2D, tries to bait the burst.
Yeah, and RedDitto just... Oh, there we go. Manages to find the mark. Sword. Baits the YRC, probably. Baits it again!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, RedDitto just knew.
Yeah, they are very committed to baiting the YRC. And I mean, on Ram's side of it, like, what are you losing trying to bait it? You know, you have the sword there, it's gonna blow up, it'll kind of cover things for you. It's very safe to just kind of bait YRC there for her.
Yeah, and I believe actually, it was, I think, last Shut Up and Fight, you were mentioning how Happy Chaos is the character that makes you have to go for burst baits because of how his conversions work and how you really can't let him slip away from you. And I imagine YRC is a similar situation because as soon as you block or don't block the YRC and get hit by it, you're just put into a position where all of a sudden it's Happy Chaos's turn, and you never want it to be Happy Chaos's turn.
Yeah, it's definitely very rough where you kind of have to make those decisions, and you know, Ditto, being experienced as he is just willing to kind of try to sniff out those YRCs and bursts and whatnot.
Yeah, and a bit too many far slashes from JdJones' side. Blocks the 50-50 though, and gets a
trade.
6p. Trade doesn't even matter. Oh, and yeah, the sword is gonna get tanked by the clone. JdJones still in a bad position here. That Rekka should do it.
Yeah, both of these characters are pretty evened out for the most part in this matchup. I think Happy Chaos has better conversions than Ram does, but Happy Chaos has a little bit harder time defensively just because he does not have an invincible reversal like Ram does.
Yeah, that's right.
So if he gets caught, especially just without meter to even try to YRC, he is very, for the most part, honest on defense. His reward if he, you know, mashes out or something is very high, but
yeah,
finding points in Ram pressure that you can mash out is not the easiest.
Yeah, it's one of her greatest strengths, right? And now JdJones is on a sliver here. Happy Chaos can make this sort of comeback, but gonna need a lot of hits still. Oh, and there's a 2k into 5k. Nice little light counter hit conversion there for RedDitto to close out this match.
Yeah, very nice defense from Ditto. Now they are up 2-0. I think JdJones has been playing pretty well so far. I think it's just come down to some defensive situations and maybe some moments of them like either dropping their execution or just getting into, you know, scramble situations as they happen in any match of Guilty Gear. And Ditto has just kind of found himself on top in those moments.
Yep. And sometimes it is.
They can do.
Yeah, it gets a hard knockdown there from a trade. Still pretty advantageous for JdJones. And
another
again,
trade.
Yeah, seeing so many of trades.
Ooh, JdJones was actually plus there. Doesn't take the turn back. Ditto working Rekka 3.
Yeah, nice. It's hard to whiff punish Rekkas because there's, you know, Ram can always delay and do one more, but in that case,
that might kill?
Oh,
they have meter. I was
yeah,
like at the long bar.
Oh, and a nice 6p to get through the 214H on Ramlethal's side. Oh no,
messes up the combo.
Yeah, messes up the combo. Being said, puts RedDitto in the corner, backdashes the...
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Did we maybe summon DC? Oh, no, we're good.
Looks like we're getting back into it. No. Okay.
Maybe?
Yeah. Some problems with this.
Okay, we're just playing it out, I guess. Uh-oh.
Well,
okay, we're back into it.
Yeah, it seems like JdJones is getting wall broken right here. Has a sliver of health, but lots of meter to work with. Ends up getting 2k'd anyways.
Yeah, there's some moments here where I feel like JdJones is getting hits, but then not converting them. And that is the thing about Happy Chaos. Like, his biggest strength is his ability to convert. And if you're not getting those, then, you know, you're not really getting the strength of the character.
Yeah, some nice little, some nice offense from RedDitto, hopping over the 2K with 214K. But now JdJones has some room to work with. That being said, not enough life to really make anything happen. Ends up getting just smoked right at the end.
She does have Chemical Love, which is a pretty nice horizontal move to snipe Eddie with.
That's right, yeah, and when Zato is doing any summoning or anything like that, he sort of stands up to do the clap, and Chemical Love will actually hit that. So, and as we see there, Invite Hell also gets smoked by Chemical Love. So it's just a really good move to use, but a nice reflect here from Water 1. It's going to get the full Zato conversion into Sword, and this round might just be over, because we're going to get Pierce right here. Oh, but misses,
out of it.
Yeah, misses the timing. Okay.
Okay, this is Ino. She gets in once.
Yeah, 100 meter to work with here.
Hard knockdown.
Yeah, gonna try to maybe set up a wall slump.
Very nice. Going into the super, recognizing the BRC slowdown there.
Yeah, and a nice little delayed one there. Okay.
Yeah, you can technically 6P through that super if she's high enough, but thankfully for Ticklememour, he was low enough to the ground that was not a concern.
That's right, yeah, ended up hitting Zato below the knees. Okay, drills here. Oh, probably meant to do JD there to do the cross-up, but ended up getting air throw. Either way, it works. Knockdown here, nobody to work with, though.
Oh, that might be death.
Yeah, actually, no.
Didn't want to try to just do Amorphous. Just wants a set play.
Yeah, Amorphous might have killed, but, you know, sometimes you just want to go for what you know. In tournament, it's hard to really make those micro adjustments to pick the right super and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay. Blocking, stroke. Oh.
Okay, had to block there. If they pressed the button, that would have been bad news to pose out.
Yeah, probably gonna see 2S here into summon. No, it just goes for summon raw, and yep, you can jump. You can jump out of that. Zato actually doesn't have that much frame advantage after his command throw, especially outside of the corner. Doesn't really have a good way of summoning Eddie safely.
Yep.
Okay, and then here gets the 2K into the hard knockdown.
Oh, wire C's. Okay. Oh, kills Eddie. That's huge. Gets a 6P.
6P and the
nice
throw.
empty hardware throw.
Yeah, no guts to survive that.
Yeah, so many people forget when they're fighting Ino that, you know, she's not the strong high-low, but she's got a good throw game too.
Yeah, throws are unblockable against Ino, I'm just convinced. Nobody's jumping the super, nobody's backdashing throw or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's something you definitely have to represent. As you know, I think a lot of Ino players kind of neglect the strike throw game, but it's just another thing to put on their mental stack, you know.
Yeah, you definitely.
Think about it.
Even though her, you know, layer 1 mix-up is already so strong, adding those little extra things makes it that much stronger, because you not only get that 50-50, but you get the mental guard break too, right? Of like, oh, there was throw, I was expecting a high, and then it was throw, stuff like that. Okay. Let's invite hell, no hard knockdown or anything, but burst Ino into the corner. Might have been actually trying to bait the burst, but in any case. I think
so.
Okay, invite hell.
Ooh, snipes the frog. Oh, I get 6 feet for the troubles though. Reversal super.
Okay, I might have
damage.
Yeah. And all of a sudden it's even, and Ino favorite too. Has YRC but gets baited.
YRC.
Oh.
You know, when it's a situation where you have 100 meter and you're one mix up from dying, in a way it's the most obvious thing to expect is the YRC, you know?
That's right, yeah, especially as Zato. It's really the only thing you can do. A nice little conversion there into one drill, gets the reset to continue having Eddie, gonna get Amorphous and unsummon here, so basically gets the best of both worlds.
Yep.
Dash up Pierce, okay. Okay, and then finishes his pressure there. Has to delay to get Eddie back.
Troubles.
Yeah.
Oh, the burst! Oh, no. Ticklememour is feeling it. They just want to end it here.
Yeah. Feeling like a hero, and might be one.
Working.
Okay, yeah.
Awesome.
Shout outs to Daro. Okay.
Oh, no!
Oh, and Tries to summon. Yeah. Okay, well.
Ticklememour almost made that work.
Yeah, it was a brave attempt for sure.
That was definitely a hero burst if I've ever seen one.
Oh, got the crouching confirm with Pierce there to get both hits, but didn't actually finish the conversion out. And then here we get JdJones goes for the fuzzy low right there. He can react to the jump, but he can't react to the fact that he's going low with his 6-way air dash. Or 6-way fly, I guess. Okay, uses the frog to prevent the jump. Misses the command throw, but it doesn't matter because frog exists. That being
didn't
said,
get the S-stroke there. Okay, pressure. Throw into the corner.
That's right. Another low, but water one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that was going to be a frog loop right there.
Oh,
Very
nice conversion. Okay. Oh, the backdash.
Yep, and this should be it. Doesn't even need Eddie to finish this one out. Boom. Amorphous.
One thing about Ino that's very interesting to note is that her 2K, which is like her main low mix-up option, it is only active for 2 frames.
That's right.
Which is very, very low and abnormal for most 2Ks in the game, meaning that it's very susceptible to getting backdash punished.
Yep. Yes, and for Inos that mix a lot between doing safe jump JS and 2K, they might not be ready to fight against backdash, though of course with the safe jump option they can probably option select you anyways. That being said, it is a important thing to represent, and you know, not having any reversal to beat that 2K backdash becomes a pretty important option.
Yep, you know, it's the type of character where you just have to pick an option and go with it. You can't second guess yourself too much.
On summon here gives Ticklememour enough time to dash up. Oh, but gets bursted into the corner. That's very unfortunate.
That's a way out, though.
Yeah. Kills Eddie too.
Counter hit. Another one. Ooh, nice conversion. Mess it up a little bit, but it's okay. We capitalize.
Yep. Doesn't really matter as long as you get the round, right?
Yep. But that's how it is. You know, too many players, they get too caught up when they drop combos, but dropping combos is part of the game.
That's right, everybody drops combos. Even the best in the world. Anyways, Eddie's back. Manages to summon him with a pose to block the Chemical Love. And yeah, Ticklememour needs to find the timing of that summon to be able to beat it. Anyways, gets a hard knockdown here. Gonna try to set up the wall slump, probably. And there it is. Gonna walk on him. And command throw. Yeah. Who's expecting that?
Yep. Now, why does he not have a command throw?
Why, Daisuke? Explain yourself.
Get Daisuke on the line. We need to talk to him.
Someone dial him up right now. Okay. But yeah, Ticklememour taking that match too.
Yeah, I think Water One has been adjusting to how Ticklememour has been trying to snipe Eddie with either Chemical Love or even just their normals. They've been either using a pose to absorb the Chemical Love and then sending Eddie over behind them, or just like kind of maneuvering Eddie around some of their options to kill him, which is always a sign of like a good Zato player. You know, they're being very mindful of not just what they're doing with Eddie, but like where Eddie's at on the screen.
That's right, and yeah, as you say, using a pose to stop Chemical Love is one of those matchup things that you just have to do as Zato. Okay, smokes Eddie and manages to stay safe from the 2S, but Chemical Love's a little too much. No crouch confirmed there from for Pierce to work.
From the corner, all the gold bursts.
And goes right into Sword Super, drills. Yep, you pretty much just have to block that.
Oh, wake up throw though.
Okay. And then note.
Oh, wake up throw again?
Yep.
YRC? Oh man, defensive options are being chosen right now.
Absolutely. Nobody wants to block each other, and you know what? I don't blame him one bit.
Yeah, in this matchup, I wouldn't want to either.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Okay. Yeah, and
there's the oppose into Drunkard Shade to send Eddie over into the frog.
That's right, but runs out of Eddie, and now Water One on the back foot gets thrown. Gonna go low here. And then maybe a high. Yep.
Okay, nice. Hard knockdown. Oh, messes up. Okay, doesn't get punished for it.
Yeah, could have actually punished that. S-stroke is minus enough to punish.
Yeah,
Especially that.
S-Stroke is one of those weird moves where it is -7, but it actually has so little block stun and recovers so fast that you often are not ready to punish.
That's right, that's right. Yeah, you kind of have to like be really on your stuff to react to it. Okay,
Yeah.
anyways, especially if it comes just raw and not in a block string. Anyways, gets the tap dust into the wall break. Water One probably wanted to get Sword Super there, but either way, the meter can still be spent, and is just getting chemical loved into the corner right now.
Yeah, oh, it doesn't have Eddie, forced to block. This is match point for Ticklememour.
That's right, goes high, but Zato blocks it, and air blocks it.
YRC. Oh, the Pierce, that was brave.
Yeah, probably was expecting burst
heavy.
there. And there it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Very nice. That's to Ticklememour. Moving on. That was a pretty good set. I feel like both players were adapting to each other, especially in the neutral game. I really liked watching the interactions behind
Character usually wants to have you far away, but against Axel, maybe not so much.
I've definitely heard that Testament players are not super fond of this matchup, but we'll see what Flowerman can bring to the table.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, and my memory might not serve right, but I think Axel actually has enough time to 5P sometimes in between the Fireball and the Crow. So, stuff like that is tough for Testament to deal with, has to use a bit more Arbiter Sign or teleports. Has to be a little trickier in places where you might be used to just doing your usual strings into Stain.
Yeah, yes. Ooh, that should be the round. Yep.
That's right. Axel Bomber.
Usually as Testament, you're kind of used to controlling the pace of the game in neutral, so it's very... It's not even just like made the matchups hard, it's like you as a Testament player, you have to be used to what happens when you have to approach people, you know?
That's
it's
right.
a tempo change.
Yeah, and Testament with a sort of slow dash startup and not necessarily the most scary air dash or anything like that. It's a little tough for Testament to get in here, and not being able to put your far slash and heavy slash, you know, great normals into play as much is definitely a weakness in this matchup.
Yeah, they're just characters not really built for getting in, so you got to be more creative.
Oh, and
Gold burst.
yeah, I like the idea, but unfortunately Remi was nowhere near. Okay, Rainwater. It seems like Remi's just playing the neutral and really well and making it hard for Flowerman to actually approach or get anything started. And we saw there Rensen actually beating out Testament's Fireball, and that's pretty important because usually Testament's Fireball is one of their greatest strengths, right? And having a tool to deal with it in that way is pretty good.
Yeah, you would maybe think that like, okay, well Testament has a teleport, and maybe that's what they should try to use in this matchup. And maybe the teleport does have some good uses, but in order to teleport, you have to do the Fireball to get the Succubus on the screen. And
that's right.
Axel has good ways of dealing with the Fireball, so it's kind of like it's a two-step process, and getting that first step is difficult.
That's right, and also as you say, this is obviously or definitely a really good tool in this matchup. That being said, too, usually teleport is strongest used as a sometimes food, right? You don't want to be teleporting all the time, otherwise it gets a bit predictable, and you have time to actually react to the teleport startup and punish it. So, gotta be tricky, even against Axel, where you might want to be teleporting all the time just to get close.
Yeah, I think the teleport is good because it might... Like, Axel's moves, a lot of them have dead zones up close to him. So if your Succubus is near him and you teleport, his move will whiff, and then you can whiff punish him. And
that's right.
You might get the Axel player to stop swinging as often, which gives you more leverage in neutral, you know?
Yeah, and we actually saw a lot of good examples of that, where Flowerman was in the air and reacted to Rensen and then teleported while having the Succubus out. But unfortunately, that's going to be a heavy slash OTG to close out the round. And now, it's down to the last round for this match.
Yeah, you can see that Fireman is trying to figure out the neutral, trying to figure out how to get the Succubus out, trying to figure out how to maybe get Stain active.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of good stuff here, but might be too little too late. Unfortunately, has to burst, and you pretty much never want to...
That was so smart, using the follow-up to call out the teleport.
Yeah, Remi adapting back to the teleport that Flowerman has been using. And actually, yeah, there you go, Arbiter Sign, a good response to some of Axel's further away or long-range attacks. Okay, Rainwater 2, hit the wall splat into 5p. We'll close that one out.
Yeah, maybe Arbiter is what we need to see here, because yeah, maybe not the most rewarding option, but it can give you time to maybe get a Fireball out after the knockdown and make that work.
Yeah, and you gotta think too, Axel has one of the slowest run speeds in the game, so might not actually be super well equipped to deal with Arbiter. Unlike someone like Ram that can run through it very consistently, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Remi's doing a fantastic job of just, sticking to the game plan. A lot of people would... It sounds almost funny, but a lot of people will get bored just, like,
Yes.
zoning someone out all day and they'll start going in. I say that as Remi just runs full screen, hits Hill Slash, but...
but that's it,
really
right?
Committed to it.
Yeah, Remi you will get comfortable, right? Thinking, okay, I'm just gonna have to hunker down and wait for Remi to, like commit to something, and then while you're sitting there thinking about that, Remi's running up to you, throwing you or something.
Yep, or taking space back and pushing you towards the corner.
That's right, and that's so key as Axel, right? Because your game plan naturally pushes you into the corner, so finding moments where you can dash up and take some space back is super important in pretty much every matchup. As Axel, you don't want to run out of space to run. In any case, we're getting...
We get some offense for Flowerman here, though, and Tesla's offense is very good. They just have trouble getting it started in this matchup, but we'll see if they can make it work here. Arbiter RC.
Okay, and then burst out.
Arbiter?
And yeah, here we're seeing it. Axel, or Remi, rather, is trying to run out of the range of that Arbiter, but getting clipped low.
Arbiter again. Yeah, maybe that's the answer that they need. It seems to be working.
Yeah, seems pretty good. And right now, this is a pretty bad situation for... Oh,
little spike there, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
They're starting. Oh, the air dash.
With this much health, it's actually a really good position for Flowerman, as Axel can't really like kill Flowerman as long as they don't commit to anything that will get him punished strongly. Axel is good at tagging you when you're coming in, but if you're just sitting back doing Arbiter Sign, you might just be fine. And here we get a throw with Stain State, can get a dust, but chooses to go for the double overhead instead. Another fireball.
Coming out.
Yeah.
Wants to keep that pressure.
Yeah, crouches under the 5p, but does not manage to whiff punish.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, gets around the Renson.
We'll try to get the Arbiter out in time. Didn't work.
Yeah, a little too far. Arbiter not actually able to connect full screen. Okay, nice 6p, and
you can immediately see how the Arbiters are affecting Remi now. Remi is choosing different options that is giving Flowerman room to punish other things now. This has really opened up the matchup for them. Because like you were saying, Axel's not that fast, so trying to just dash out of Arbiter or something is not as reliable for him. So he has to be, more preemptive about maybe jumping or something, or trying to outright stuff it with like a Renton or something, which is very preemptive.
Yes, and I'm loving what I'm seeing from Flowerman. Lots of great adjustments. We're seeing that with these Arbiters might be able to play a little more comfortable, more in their usual style, as you say, staying back and letting Remi come to them.
Yeah, it was a nice XP. Now they have themselves a corner position. Remi chooses the burst.
Yeah.
And gets the throw back in the corner. That's great for Flowerman. This is exactly what you want. It's the crow. Oh, it doesn't block Arbiter.
Conversion. Yeah. Not quite, but still gets to get Oki here with Stain. I like the patience there, maybe waiting for Remi to flinch defensively, right? Okay. Flowerman getting in here. And we're seeing Remi on the back foot here, actually, which is a rare sight.
Yeah, we're seeing the strong corner pressure from Flowerman.
Jumps the command throw, and this is going to be a really good position for Flowerman here. Gets Stain State twice, but Remi fighting out of the corner. Oh, gets caught high, and now once again back into this position.
Okay, so Remi trying to be a little bit more aggressive now, trying to adapt to the Arbiters.
That's right. Oh, but nice patience from Flowerman here. Unfortunately, gets caught. Arbiter sign. Another one. Oh, but
jumps over, chooses the burst.
Oh, and that was so smart from Remi, but just a tad too late.
Ah, okay. We are definitely match point for Remi right now.
Ladies and gentlemen,
a very interesting set.
Yes, we have a match on our hands. Okay, Rensen. Remi looking a little bit more in control this time around.
Oh, the aggression, just mixing it up out of nowhere. Remi is
so much damage.
Oh,
can't really kill here. Oh, and Axel Bomber does so much damage.
Oh man, that was a great set. I love the adaptations we were seeing from Flowerman. You know, so this is the Ram Mirror, and the Ram Mirror is kind of a funny thing amongst the Ram players because
yes.
all of us, every Ram player, hates the Ram Mirror except for one player. There's one Ram player that loves the Ram Mirror, and that is RedDitto.
Yes.
He is a very notable fan of this mirror. So we'll see what happens here. This mirror is very explosive. One wrong decision in neutral can just cost you your entire health bar. And you don't really have the best tools to defend against yourself, so...
Yeah, and...
Speaking of which, Ditto might be dead here?
Yeah, that reversal as sword might have been a super, potentially. Yeah, gets the gut-crushing super right there with the Roman cancel JD just to make sure that RedDitto's dead. Okay, sword. Fortunately, with no sword, this is a pretty rough position. And then gets thrown right here. Okay.
Uses the burst for Ditto, keeps the corner, very smart.
Yep, this is just guaranteed damage. Goes for the reset. Actually, I haven't seen that one before, but that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I think he actually meant to do J214S there, but...
Okay, yeah. Oh, and the knockdown.
Oh, the 5P, very nice.
Yeah, keeping it tricky. Might have been just reacting to something, right? Waiting for the super maybe, or trying to go for a low or an option select throw. In any case, has Solstice in the corner. And even though that...
rough.
Yeah.
It's out of the corner though.
Some just defense.
Gauge. Oh, you're dead.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt a lot. Oh, but no.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can actually, for those who don't know, you can actually combo off of Calvados. It's very rare that you ever have to, or are in a situation where you can. But that 214K there, if you time it correctly, actually wall bounces the opponent, and you can continue the combo.
That is some knowledge I did not have, and wow, okay.
It is very unimportant, honestly. It will almost never come up, but you can combo off Calvados, and it's very funny.
Yes, that was definitely pretty funny. And here we go.
The Ditto.
That's right. So far, the fan of the matchup is up a game. We'll see what Solstice can do. And I'm liking these contrasting colors that they've got going on.
Yeah, the orange and the dark blue.
Yeah.
And the wall break did so much damage. I don't even know what they got hit by, to be honest.
Now, SQ, we were talking before about the Leo mirror match and how Leo has good tools at dealing with Leo. Is this a case where Ramlethal has good tools against Ramlethal? Or rather, bad ones?
In some cases, yes, and in some cases, no.
Okay.
I think neutral, she's pretty good at dealing with herself. Defensively, she is awful at dealing with herself.
Ah, I see. Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking. And we are seeing that a lot, right? We're seeing as soon as one of these two gets the other in the corner, it's very problematic to get out. Very difficult.
Yeah, it's very dependent on having meter, and if you see right now, like Solstice does not have much meter to work with.
Nope. Oh, And 6P'd out of their jump in, baits the burst.
burst.
Doesn't even block it, just crouches under it.
Okay, very nicely played from Ditto. You know, the thing about this matchup is that neutral is very much about spacing. Like, you want to... Because how Ram works as a character, you know, she wants the opponent in the corner, that's where she thrives. Neutral is a very big game of tug of war, just trying to push the other Ram player to the corner.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of little micro adjustments to spacings and like what buttons you choose to press. And at the end of the day, the first person to get cornered is probably going to lose that round. So the pressure is very high in neutral, and most of the match is played in neutral because when it comes down to defense, it's really rough to defend against Ram.
Yeah, for anyone, right? Including Ram
Yeah.
herself. And here we're seeing a bit of a 50-50 loop going on.
Yeah, Ram does have mix. It is true.
The rumors are true, and we are seeing them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Rekka. But RedDitto respecting the potential of the third hit, respecting it again, actually.
Next
That's
hit here pretty much wins.
Yep, and then Roman cancel.
Oh, unfortunately, Solstice did not keep a combo burst safe.
Yeah, and in that position, it might be a little bit tough, even for Ramlethal.
Oh, that should be death. Calvados? Oh, doesn't even need Calvados in Morttimer.
Just mortal battles. Okay, a patient start. Sort of poking at each other, and there's a big hit right there. We're gonna get a full conversion into Rekka, so Solstice opts to burst out, but no burst now to deal with the big combo and setup into 50-50.
Great air,
but actually escapes the corner, which is pretty good. As I say that, though, RedDitto is ready for that conversion. Oh,
nice throw.
yeah, good reaction there. Wasn't actually in block stun, so was able to just throw.
Solstice can definitely win here. They have meter, they're about to have positive bonus.
Yep.
And Ditto does not have meter, unfortunately, so defensive options are going to be very low.
Yeah, you can't even burst there, right? Because of that Roman cancel, and then the next steps in that combo are all going to be burst safe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Solstice signs of life.
Yep.
Ditto chooses the burst. Yeah, you'll kind of notice in this Ram mirror, people just kind of burst as soon as they get hit, because you might as well.
Yep, absolutely. Once you're in the corner, you're basically dead. And we're seeing Solstice in the corner right now. Can they turn it around?
Air to air.
Okay.
Oh, that should be death.
Wow, okay.
Solstice has a chance. Tried to do it with the run-up super, but gets baited.
Yeah, drops the conversion, but it doesn't matter anyways. At that point, I mean, on a pixel, even though Ramlethal has like good damage in the corner, it's just really difficult to get out. Can't really block anything, can't really get hit by anything, of course. Always fun to watch both of these players play.
For sure.
And, oh, I almost thought they were gonna let the intros rock. Anyways.
Nope, not today. As I've mentioned before, Testyourluck is more on the aggressive side of Naga players. Really just wants to get in there. The blood gauge is merely a what's the word for it?
An illusion.
Yeah, it's an illusion to them, honestly. It's a suggestion, if you would.
And grounded wall splat setup from Razzo there, right after making Testyourluck block 3 guard crushes in a row. Maybe Testyourluck being a little too patient defensively right now. Okay, but spending a lot of meter real quick. We're going to be seeing that a lot. Does not mind being at high blood, but the problem with being at high blood is defense. Yeah, defensively now, Testyourluck in a really bad position. Trying to poke out with a 2S. It's really strong at this level of blood.
Yep.
Can't really whip punish it. Okay, plus on block after that cross up.
Ooh, baits the backdash, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of blood back here.
Oh, that's the DP.
Yeah, and that's one of the things about Nago is those disjointed normals are great at safely pressuring your opponent, even if they're looking for reversals, such as Leo's flash kick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a strength that Nago kind of has in this matchup is, like you were saying, a lot of his pressure is just kind of spacing himself away from you, which is going to inadvertently make a lot of flash kicks whiff. And also, he is a very much a strike throw character with his command grab, and in this game, DPs are not throw invincible. So if you have a primarily command grab focused mix-up, you kind of circumvent the DP option naturally.
Yeah, it's a quite strong in this matchup, and here we're gonna get OTG6 Sage, goes into 2K again. Still has some, blood to play with. Okay, gonna get a lot of blood back here. Just gonna break the wall. And this is
always good for Nago.
Yes, yeah, definitely quite good. It's a good way of getting back blood safely. Can do slash. Oh, but right now, Razzo putting on a show, mixing up, oh my god, so many cross-ups into the wall break. And, I mean, that took a while, but the match is even now.
Yeah, Nago does have 100 meter, though.
Yep. Could have afforded the super, but chose to just 5k instead. Not a bad option. Nago with one of the best 5ks in the game.
For sure. And you see there at the end, Razzo definitely did not want to try to burst there, because Testyourluck had meter to bait the burst again. And even if the burst worked out, you know, he would still have that 50 meter to defend with, so.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, DP's the gap there. There is a gap between those. Okay, gonna break the wall with super. Can't really go into back turn here, but still gonna get some good Oki.
Chooses the burst. A lot of meter. Blood gauge is quite high, though.
Yeah, has to play this kind of patiently, and Razzo not afraid to just throw fireballs, but manages to find the jump in.
Oh no, the blood gauge. Oh, okay, we're safe. We're safe.
He's okay, but not against. Oh my god, and that fireball just.
Oh, the burst. Okay.
Yeah. Nice, and a good counter hit there for Razzo. Manages to even out the score for this match.
Ooh, baits the IB throw. Oh, that blood gauge is going to be quite high again.
Yeah, a little bit of set play here with that fireball. Opts not to necessarily go for the overhead low mix. Okay, some honest footsies going on.
Honest.
Honest.
Hey. It's a knockdown. One guess away from GG's here.
Yeah, and lots of patience here from Razzo. Not really overcommitting to anything. Just trying to let Testyourluck hang himself.
Nice flash kick.
Finds his... Yeah, flash kick finds its mark.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Straight out the blood meter.
That was beautifully played from Razzo there.
That is the downside of Nago, you know. His moves are obviously very strong, and Blood Rage sometimes is not even that much of a weakness. Some would say it's a positive, but there are some times where, you know, depending on how you've been managing your blood meter, you might find yourselves in some checkmate situations if the opponent has burst still.
Yeah, if you can manage to get that Blood Rage and hit your opponent with the actual the burst of it, it's actually not bad. You get your blood back. Sometimes you can even get a 50-50 mix-up from it.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, Razzo is up 2-0 here. Some close games again, but I think we just have ourselves an example of Tess unable to close it out.
Yeah, no real clean hits so far, but as I say that, Razzo's going through the wall. Not a lot of health here. Gonna have to reset Nago like 15 times to make this even.
True.
Okay, and just ends up getting jumped on.
I think Tess has been playing... Oh, that's a huge entire DP.
Yeah, and now heavy advantage for Testyourluck right here. Gonna once again...
Hit.
Oh, honestly, Tess probably doesn't even mind this that much. Has meter to escape. And doesn't really have a lot of blood to work with, but once again, the risk reward here is so skewed in Nago's favor at this point, because basically anything Razzo does that gets punished means this round is over.
Yep. Razzo just has some meter to work with, chooses to spend it.
Yeah, and now we're back to sort of a neutral situation. This is going to be a knockdown into back turn here. Or actually, opts to go to the fireball, keep the corner. Ooh, baits the
really works.
burst.
The anti-air, the side swap.
No wall break. Goes for another YRC. Razzo might look for those in the future, as Testyourluck has been using them a lot. Testyourluck, a Nago master.
Very nice JK air to air there.
Yeah, and nicely done from Testyourluck. It just felt like he just had the advantage there and didn't let Razzo get a comeback going there. Just staying pretty safe, playing a little bit patient, you know. That being said, did show his hand a little bit with all those YRCs. Maybe Razzo will be scouting for those in the future.
Yeah, I think Testyourluck has been making good use of the level 2 blood normals. You know, they are obviously quite strong, but really just been making the 2S 5H just work out really well. Almost better than when he's chosen to go in, funnily enough.
Yeah, for sure. And once again, Testyourluck has Razzo in the corner.
Oh, it drops a combo.
Drops the conversion. That might be a key moment in how this develops. Okay. Maybe gonna go for fireball again. Seems like Razzo is choosing to prioritize the corner over getting back turn that way.
Yeah.
Or yeah. Okay. No fireball this time. Just opts to go for close slash. Oh, and outspaces it. Goes for the burst bait, but Razzo just deciding to fold this time. Pretty wise. I mean, Testyourluck baited the burst a couple times there, so good on Razzo not to bite.
That was good combo selection from Testyourluck there, but it was also kind of spooky. Razzo could have chosen to burst there, and Testyourluck just would have gone into Blood Rage.
That's right.
Oh, baits the burst though.
Oh, and this is looking like all Testyourluck. Razzo looking maybe a little lost.
Yeah, Testyourluck is just... I feel like Test has swapped to just playing very low commit in neutral.
Yeah.
Just looking to use the 2S, the 5H. A lot of their pressure has just been, you know, normal Fukio back, like just trying to stay safe. Notably, Nago's normals are better unblocked when you Fukio back as opposed to Fukio forward.
Yeah.
Fukio being his command dash, of course. So I think Test has just been choosing to take the safer route and just playing the long game.
Yeah, and I mean, this is actually one of the weaknesses, funnily enough, of being a top player, right? Gotta imagine Testyourluck probably studied a lot for this, considering they fought before in the last Shut Up and Fight. Maybe Testyourluck decided to, you know, do some homework, study the tapes, really think about how this matchup went and what they could have done better to capitalize on their openings and all that stuff. And it seems like it's paying off as Razzo now on the back foot.
Yeah, I mean, you know, top player or not, one thing that is always true in fighting games, I've noticed, is that the player who loses will always think about the matches more than the player that won.
That's very true, very true.
If you lost, you're going to be thinking about that set for a day, a week, a month. You know, it never really leaves your mind. You just keep thinking about it.
That's right, that's right. And if you're winning, you're just like, okay, GG's, I'm moving on to whatever's next, right? And also, I mean, if you lose, especially in closer sets, you get a lot more information on what you could have done better, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas if you win, then you might not be as enticed to go back and analyze what you could have done better because you already won anyways.
That is true, but Razzo finds the knockdown here.
Yep.
One more hit. Oh, it should be death, yep.
Yeah, this might be the turnaround that Razzo needs.
You know, despite what I just said, if you're a top player, you probably think about the matches, even the ones that you win. So,
yes,
at least a little bit.
True. Okay. Oh, and a little bit of a scramble there. Testyourluck doesn't really manage to get a big conversion off of that, but ends up finding a knockdown anyways. Razzo mashing out.
Huge starter.
Yeah, going for the frame trap there into super right here. It's gonna do a lot of damage, and right now, Testyourluck down pretty not great. Not in a great position here. Spends meter. Doesn't really have any blood to work with.
And Razzo's trying to play patient. Doesn't have 50 meter yet either.
No.
Oh, the anti-air, backdash,
Yeah,
good
and
punish, very nice. Oh, big 2S.
Okay, this is Testyourluck's opportunity right here. It's getting close to cornering Razzo. Oh, and beats the...
No!
Oh, and this round is over, actually. Okay, Testyourluck fighting back. That looked so bad, and yet Testyourluck managed to stay patient and find a burst punish right there. And with no burst this round, Razzo is looking now in a pretty rough position here. Potentially...
It's the Oki blocks the overhead though. Very nice defense. This is a match point for both players right now. Testyourluck has a little advantage having the burst still.
That's right. It's much closer than what we saw previously. Testyourluck, fine, playing patient. And that was
an errant burst.
That was not what you want to see if you're Testyourluck.
Okay.
Yeah. Testyourluck might be crumbling here.
Reversal super?
Oh, that's very good. We haven't seen that yet.
That's
gonna get a lot of
age.
That's right. That's right. Okay, what's the Oki? Clone, safe against DP. Back at high blood.
It's going down now. Oh, that's huge. Very nice.
Testyourluck beating Razzo, one of our expected win. You could have easily won the whole tournament. I'm lost for words here. Testyourluck. You know, fighting games are complicated. You can't really water down matchups to a few interactions. It's everything, right? And as I say that, RedDitto versus Remi Celeste is on our screen, and right now, RedDitto starting off strong.
Yeah, already a huge lead, has tons of meter to work with. Remi's spent their bursts.
Yeah.
Everything's turning up Ditto currently.
Yes, and Remi playing quite aggressive right now, pretty much has to, and can't really find any big hits, and that's the problem, right? Axel just can't afford to... just doesn't really want to be the aggressor, right? As an Axel player, you want to be sitting back comfortably, you know, throwing out 5 Ps, 2 West anti-air, but once you start taking some damage and Ramlethal is just chilling, you basically don't really have much you can do. You just have to run in and do something, commit to an offensive attack.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Axel is not like a rushdown character. You know, making comebacks and whatnot is not his forte.
No, and that potentially dropped combo into Calvados actually ended up being a boon to RedDitto's offense. Ended up getting a mix-up from it. Oh, misses up the sword toss PRC, but at this point, you know, RedDitto can pretty much just do whatever, and Axel doesn't really have great defensive options. With no meter. Yeah, and with no meter, it's very difficult for him to get out of that pickle.
Yeah, for sure. That was a pretty dominating game one, I would say. And like that, to be fair, that's how this match is gonna look sometimes. When Ram wins, it's gonna look ridiculous. You know, she's just gonna hit Axel, he's gonna explode, and that's that. If Axel wins, it's gonna be a little bit slower. It's gonna be, you know, a little tighter, I would say.
Yeah.
And that's just because Axel's not an explosive character. He doesn't do that much damage when he hits you generally. He doesn't have super strong rushdown. Whereas Ram, she hits you and the earth shatters, you know?
That's right, yeah. Okay, Axel Bomber. And that is Axel's one way to actually deal a good bit of damage is when you can get those Axel Bomber combos. The problem is getting those clean hits as a zoner that's usually mostly winning off of stray pokes is so difficult, right?
Yeah. But Remi finds themselves with the advantage this round currently, about to get 50 meter as well, which is very nice.
Yeah, and this is pretty much where you want to be as Remi. Unfortunately, Remi's good luck might finish here as he is in the corner. Throw a PRC.
Remi is defending, chooses the burst.
Yeah, a few input errors from RedDitto coming through, but seems like it's not going to matter that much.
And unfortunately, for Remi, Ditto clutches that one out, builds the 50 meter to convert.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? As Axel, you can't just like be winning for half of the game to close it out. You have to be winning pretty much the entire time because, as you've said before, Ramlethal gets in once and it's over.
It sounds kind of funny, but like, you know, with Axel, you haven't won until you've won, and as Ram, you haven't lost until you've lost.
Yeah, that's very true. Oh
Ram
wow,
with 1 health is still threatening.
I like
That's
that
a great conversion.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Into the Calvados knockdown here, can safe jump if RedDitto chooses to. Instead goes for the 2K, and now Axel in the corner.
Throw.
Yeah, and at that range, you know, I was talking a little bit about reacting to the dash up, the tech throw. That range with Ramlethal's dash speed, probably not going to happen.
Yep. Yeah, Ramlethal can just kind of pull up on you out of nowhere. She is the 3rd fastest character in the game.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't really run, right? She floats at you.
Yep.
Gotta admit, I don't know how she propels herself, but she goes pretty damn fast.
I'm not sure. It must be some type of gear magic. I don't know Guilty Gear lore at all. Please forgive me, chat.
I'm sure everyone forgives you for that. Guilty Gear lore is very confusing. Anyways, we're going into the next match here. Remi Celeste. You know, we've seen Remi Celeste in pretty much every top 8 where Remi has entered, and RedDitto has been one of those players that has given Remi a lot of trouble. And it seems like Remi always puts up a good fight, but it's just not quite enough to beat out RedDitto, who's, you know, one of the premier Ramlethal players in the business.
Yeah, for sure. Remi finds himself some offense now. Again, Axel's not really known for his rush down, but he's got some stuff.
Oh, absolutely. And, oh, unfortunately drops that. That conversion was going to be big. Oh, and misses the run up there.
Yeah,
Does
very
not get
unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a mistake that's going to cost Remi a lot.
Oh, Ditto drops a combo, but picks it up anyways.
Yeah, some mistakes coming from both players on the execution side. Manages to escape the corner, but hard knockdown. And backdashes the mix-up there. Very astute from Remi. And OTG.
Oh, nice OTG for the kill.
Close it out. Didn't even need to do the full wall break combo right there.
Yeah, I was almost wondering. Oh, very nice dash under there from Ditto.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
impressive.
5H. Gets a nice conversion right there, and Remi just running all the way across the screen, looking like a Kai player.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta have those mix-ups, you know?
Absolutely. Doesn't
Change up the
matter.
pace.
Yes. Okay. Oh, and that's very tricky from RedDitto.
Oh, calls out the backdash.
Okay. Then goes for the jump right there.
That should be death. Very nice. Okay, Remi staying alive. It's 2-1 now.
Okay. Yeah, Remi showing signs of life. Very important to not, you know, and that's the thing, right? Remi is one of those players that is very good at adjusting.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, kind of in a way, something that Axel kind of allows in that regard is that Axel matches tend to be longer, right? Like just because of how he plays, matches tend to be a little bit longer, and that gives you, I guess, a double-edged sword. It gives you and your opponent more time to think about things.
Yeah, exactly. It's not one of those matchups where it's, you know, ham all the way through. You have some time to think about what's going on, and Remi getting a good opportunity here. A nice anti-air here. Gonna go for Axel Bomber, but RedDitto bursting, and now finding Remi in the corner, but then the back throw.
Back throw incident.
A lot of back and forth going on this round, but Remi with the advantage here. No big conversion from RedDitto. Opts to save their meter. Okay.
Doesn't anti-air the 204K.
Yeah, and that's tricky. That's tricky right there.
Kill? Yeah, that's very nice.
Hey, nicely done from Remi. Finally opting to do a reversal super. It's very important to do in this matchup, but of course you don't want to overdo it, lest you get baited.
For sure. Hey, well, Remi is currently, I would say, it feels like they have the momentum in the set. It feels like Ditto's the one that has to figure out what's going on here.
That's right. Some nice Rekka pressure here, but Remi not getting hit by anything, and actually, curiously enough, walks out of the corner right there.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah, wow. Remi just showing doing a masterclass on how to defend against Ramlethal, but after all that, gets tagged, and with all that risk, this is going to hurt a lot.
Yep, even the masters get hit sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're Remi, you're just thinking, don't burst, don't burst. Whatever you do, don't burst, because this round is not looking good.
Oh,
Okay.
Axel not known for the comebacks, but Ditto has to burst here. Oh, Ditto wasn't sure when to burst.
Yeah, and actually Remi baited the burst there, right? Did the double 5k. I believe that normal recovers fast enough to actually bait burst. And
Yeah,
of course, it is jump cancelable.
Yeah, that's definitely, even if Ditto could burst, you know, in your mind you're thinking, you know, I don't know if I can burst here. They're gonna try to bait it, and now we find ourselves from a set that looked very one-sided is now 2-2, and it feels almost Remi favored currently.
Yeah, it looked dire. It looked dire, and now Remi looking poised to maybe make this comeback.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Remi finds a corner very early on. Ditto getting tagged by a lot of things.
Yeah, Ditto's gonna have to find some adjustment here. Navigate Remi's zoning a little better, perhaps. Because right now, this is looking like all Remi. Remi working on a perfect right now, actually. Oh, but as I say that...
Big 5H, that's a party starter for Ram.
Yeah, gets full strength.
Throw punish.
Cool.
IB throw. It's a game changer against Ram.
Yeah, and this is where Axel shines right here, because any hit, yeah, like that.
Very nice.
While that might not be too significant, you know, 2K, 2D, OTG, not really the end of the world, but in that situation it is, because you don't have any help, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Remi is on match point here currently. Both players do have burst here, but it feels like Ditto is on the back foot. We gotta see what the response is.
And some great patience in these anti-air interactions from Remi, staying cool and saving his actual anti-air until the last moment, baiting out those waiting out those double jumps and other stalling tactics. It gets tagged here.
This might be Ditto's one chance.
Yeah, no super here. Opts to go for the knockdown. Very smart. Still probably not going to be able to build the meter to get a super here. And
is that gonna kill?
Oh, gets the meter.
Might. I think it will.
Is he out? He's out.
Combo!
Oh my God, Remi. Yeah, probably should have gone for Mortal Battle in that situation.
Yep, we are still seeing the landscape change. That said, moving on to our other side of Winners Top 8, which is going to be Ticklememour versus Testyourluck.
Yeah, and two players that maybe we didn't... I mean, we probably thought at least Testyourluck was going to be in here, but winner side with Razzo, Solstice, etc., etc., etc. So many good players in the tournament, but both of these players have proven themselves, beating some great players on their way to top 8.
Yeah, both players are looking very strong. Yeah, this matchup, I know some Eno players are not the biggest fan of, but at the end of the day, Eno is just the type of character that she can hit you, and the matchup doesn't matter as much sometimes. So
that's right, and it doesn't really matter as far as what your skill is as a player sometimes too, right? Because I mean, the mix-up is true. You're gonna get hit by it whether you're, you know, Daigo, Umehara, or whoever.
Yep. Right now, though, Tess is just... Oh my, that 6H just did so much damage.
Yeah, and what does matter is how much damage Nago does and how little damage, comparatively, Eno does to him. You know, we talked about Leo having to reset Nago over and over, or at least mix him up over and over to win. Eno, it's even worse, because even though the damage is maybe comparable to what Leo does, the health is not comparable. And the neutral approach is not as good either. Eno can't really whiff punish the way Leo can, right?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
You really have to make your win condition count as Eno, and you know, navigate that 2S that covers your what is it? Your stroke, and that 6H that covers stroke and hover dash, right? In any case, though.
Force up burst early. I wonder if maybe like adapting the zoner Eno style is maybe the play in this matchup. That's something I know Daru, who we saw at Evo, he was using a lot of chemical love and a lot of note to kind of use those options to whiff punish or create situations in neutral. Maybe that's the play here. I don't really know, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, as soon as that is a very good point, right? As soon as Nago goes into high blood, he can't really approach Ino against those options very well. I mean, you can whiff Chemical Love and still anti-air. That being said, Test Your Luck doing what Test Your Luck does best and going absolutely ham. Another perfect.
Yeah, I feel like we're talking about like all these intricacies of the matchup right now, and then Testyourluck is just like, I'm gonna go in and hit her.
Absolutely mauling. Yeah, and I mean, we saw Test Your Luck be patient against Razzo, but this character is known for aggression. And, you know, if you're not gonna disencourage Test Your Luck from his layer 1 full aggression style, you know, that's what you're gonna see.
Yeah, for sure. You know, Ino does have some good defensive tools, like her 6P is a pretty good counter poke and stuff.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it's just like when it comes down to risk reward, Nago has way more health and he does way more damage. So it's just like, you know, Tess isn't going to sweat it when he's wrong a couple times. You know, he's fine accepting that.
That's right. Yeah, and okay, here we get an opportunity from Ticklememour. Goes for the high, but get a backdash. Looping the pressure a little bit here. Goes for another high. High again. And, okay.
Chooses the wall break. Doesn't want to go for the wall slump.
Yeah, that might have been a situation where the buffered button was already out, right?
Yeah.
Either way, that's...
Plays up with a perfect. Answering back. That's
right.
what you want to see. That can be a confidence booster.
Ticklememour saying, don't count me out. I'm still in this, and I'm going to make you work hard for your victory. Oh, but misses the confirm there. Still gets a hard knockdown anyways.
Big round for Ticklememour currently.
Yep. Okay. 5H.
Nice. Gets the burst. Man, this is just the opposite of the last few matches. Uh-oh, back throw incident though.
Oh, but that might have been a frame kill actually. In any case.
Great whip punish on the 2H from Ticklememour.
Yeah, and how do you block?
C.
Oh wow, and the bait too.
I gotta say Ticklememour has been doing fantastic about baiting YRCs today.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. We saw that before, and we're seeing it again. And Test Your Luck, a player that has shown that they're not afraid to go for YRCs. We saw that a lot against Razzo, and we're seeing it now. And even just like one of the first ones gets baited out already. Ticklememour, clearly a player that knows how to deconstruct their opponent's defense and fight back against it.
Yeah, maybe Ticklememour's answer to Test Your Luck's offense has just been, I'm just gonna run my own offense. You know, like what if I just didn't get put on defense ever? Maybe that's
right.
the answer.
If I hit you first and you have to block my mix-up, then what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, I don't gotta worry about your offense anymore if you never hit me.
Yeah, nice jab, but Test Your Luck too far to get the command grab confirm. Another hard knockdown into low.
We're seeing a lot of hover dashes to call out neutral options from Ticklememour, and that's what has led to this entire sequence. Super! Nago is gutsy.
That's right, and Test Your Luck might be thinking about 5k or 6h a bit more to stop those hover dashes. Maybe even 5p, 6p. Of course, Nago has great answers to whatever Ino does in neutral. However, the problem is you have to pick something, and Ino makes you have to pick something.
Yep, that is the strength of the character for sure. Coming more with the Oki, chooses the burst. Test does.
That's right. Now we got Ticklememour in the corner.
Oh, it's getting hit currently. Oh, the blood gauge. Oh no.
And that's not gonna kill, but at this point, Ticklememour is gonna have to do a lot of work.
Nice, okay, 5p.
Yep. Yeah, and you can, if you block any of Ino's dives, she can't really actually pressure you afterwards.
Nope.
Pretty much has to just air block whatever you do after the little hop.
Okay, she's low.
Oh, that was tricky. Okay, wall slump. Oh, nope. Once again, buffers into that, and, you know, Ticklememour might be kicking themselves if this round doesn't go their way.
I'll punish the backdash, though.
Yeah, and here we go again. Mix up. Stays patient.
I think they were baiting the layer C. Okay, Test gets their offense.
Yeah, and Oh, and a YRC of their own, but the 2K2D misses, and now this is looking quite dire. Test Your Luck has burst here. Yep, that's right. Okay, and the low. That's tricky.
Wow, what a mix-up.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, right, where So thanks a lot for donating. The players appreciate that a lot. The prize pool right now is at $517.23. A handsome reward for our winners.
Yeah, it was much appreciated. Alright, now we're getting into, I believe this is Doren versus Larry Cage. So this would be Biken versus Eno.
Yes, and I believe this is this also top 8? I think it is, isn't it?
Yes, I believe this is loser side of top 8, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right, and Doren2k, a player we've seen before, at previous, what do you call them? Shut Up and Fights, as well as we did see Doren at Evo a little bit in one of his pool matches. But right now,
Doren, long time Guilty Gear player, of course.
That's right, and rocking the bike in.
Jam waiting room, as he would like to call it. Yeah, I personally have been playing Doren a lot. I played him a couple days ago, in fact. I think he's getting very good, very fast.
Yeah.
He's definitely the type of player that I'm not surprised to see him in top 8 today, and I will not be surprised to see him, continue to get better in the future. Currently, though, he's finding himself on the back foot against Larry Cage here.
Yeah, and unfortunately got a few weird connections there. Didn't manage to convert quite well, but we're seeing some... but it gets thrown into the corner, and the parry. This will kill unless Faust Rain did. Oh wow, what a name! I just noticed.
Yeah.
Or Larry Cage, rather. That's their proper tag.
That's their tag.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Doren clutching it out, staying alive, has a burst. In fact, they're at advantage currently.
That's right. Gets another safe jump, and here, in the corner, with no burst, gonna get wall broken. This is how Biken pays the bills, right? Just like, looping you with that Yozansen and the 2K, the safe jump, the plus frames, one of the best throws in the game as well, thanks to the tether and just great options afterwards. And it's part of what makes Biken such a good character is the consistency, right? Once you get in, she, similarly to how Eno or Milia break you down offensively, just has a true mix-up options, as well as a strike throw that is quite strong.
Yeah, I think an advantage that Biken kind of has in this matchup too is that she has the parry, and the parry doesn't care about a high, doesn't care about a low. So when it comes to Eno's mix-ups, it also doesn't care about safe jumps, because you can't safe jump the parry.
That's right. So might have to see a little bit more Node Oki, but of course that is not something that you can always represent.
Yep.
Okay, a gold burst. I actually kind of like that. It's pretty cheeky to do it in that situation. Then a super. We're gonna see another super here. Okay. Yep, another one for the plus frames. Went for the slump, but Doren2k bursting out of it. Maybe arguable burst right there. Not a lot of health to work with here, and looks like he's gonna be paying for that. Yep. Okay. All right.
Doren2k far slash.
Yeah, getting a nice reward from that scramble. Goes for the safe jump. Double overhead right there. Okay. Tatami safe jump, and Doren playing really aggressively and with a very fast pace.
Yeah, very much wants to overwhelm his opponent.
Yeah, Biken, a character known for her defense, but in this game, her offense is insanely strong as well.
Yeah, for sure. Very, very strong in the scramble as well, which is usually a strength of Eno.
Yes.
Eno usually likes those scrambly situations, but so is Biken.
Yep, and there's a reason why we're seeing so many scrambles in this match already. And right now, this is a bit favored towards Larry, but as I say that, has to spend their newly acquired burst. Okay.
First for offense.
Oh, and great block. That's the block of a Guilty Gear veteran who's fought Eno before.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and mashes out.
Oh, you have to guess here. That's a lot of meter for high-low.
Yeah, and there's the Yozansen. Yep, cannot see that. No human has eyes that quick.
Nope. And you know, at that point, you gotta guess high or low, and in your brain you'd be like, they're not gonna do it this time, right? They're definitely gonna go low.
That's
Nope.
right. That's right. And we do see a lot of Bikins favor the low generally because you don't need to spend meter to actually get a reward from it. So the sort of RPS is weighted a little bit towards the low, but that's also what makes the high so devilish, right? Because you're just sort of not expecting it in general. Once it comes out, boom, you're dead.
Yeah. Okay, so that's two kind of quick ones on Doran. Like I feel like the games have been pretty close, but
Yeah,
we find ourselves with Doran on set point currently.
that's right. And aggressive from both sides, too. Okay,
Doran
early
choosing
burst.
the first. You can tell that Doran just wants to get on offense.
That's
so
right.
slack.
And doesn't want to let Larry in, right? Baiken has a lot of good normals to keep Eno out. Her 5H actually covers Hover Dash and Stroke the Big Tree, so it's a good preemptive normal as well as 2S. Yeah, but we're getting a little bit of a slump going. Manages to wire C out. Tries to go behind to escape, but you're really just putting yourself back into Eno's hands.
Yeah, like he's able to get that one there. I understand trying to, you know, get out of the corner. That makes sense. You don't want to be there, but...
Yeah, pretty much by any means necessary, but really, I mean, Eno doesn't care that much. If she gets a hard knockdown, you're gonna get mixed either way.
Yeah.
Okay, and then...
Punished. We're gonna have to use that first.
That's right, and this is obviously a really terrible situation from Doran. No meter, no burst.
Great use of stroke there.
Yeah.
Goes right under the far slash. You know, that is typically Eno's go-to in the scrambles is the stroke, because it goes under a lot of things. You pretty much have to specifically choose like a 2K or a 2D to call it out.
That's right, and it's fast enough that you can't realistically react to it. Maybe the H stroke, but probably not, to be honest. And one thing I'm realizing here too is if Larry Cage manages to win this match, we're going to be treated to the rare Eno Ditto against Ticklememour.
That might be exciting. We'll see what happens. Doran might not want that to happen though.
Yeah, probably not. And I'm not sure how Doran feels about fighting Eno, but I hope he likes the matchup because if he wins, he's going to have to fight another one.
Yeah. I mean, you know, as a seasoned veteran, I'm sure that Eno, he might not like it, but he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, this is not Doran's first rodeo against this character. Okay. Oh,
nice
wow, and
combo.
that's a beautiful, very optimal conversion there. It's even the wall break, that probably killed Eno a couple times over. Okay.
Doran on match point. See
That's
what Larry
right.
has to say about it. Who beats the parry?
That's very important. And we actually haven't been seeing that many parries from Doran, curiously enough. But
Yeah, and the times he has, they've not worked out. I think we've only seen one successful parry.
that's right. Okay, and here, once again, we're going to get a safe jump.
Nice
BRC
block.
goes high. It's safe because of the BRC slowdown. But
Great side swap. Oh, unfortunately,
no.
double side swap.
yeah, probably I wanted to get the H stroke for the hard knockdown there, but went under, unfortunately. And now in the corner, has to find his
that's
escape,
death.
but yeah, Larry.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well played from both players. I think.
Let's see what the adjustments are, and let's see. I get the feeling that Razzo is probably pretty hungry for the wins here. Probably wants their run back against Testyourluck, and of course wants to get that big prize pot.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Okay, another overhead, and this looks like business as usual for Razzo.
Yeah, that looked pretty much like what we saw in the last set. But yeah, sometimes adjustments, they take a minute.
Oh, couldn't confirm that third Rekka. Would have been helpful, but I think the first one was actually blocked, so can't really, don't really have enough frames to confirm that.
Yeah, hit confirming the second Rekka hitting like non-counter hit is honestly not really possible. It does not have that much hits onto it.
Oh,
And it's a big wall break for Razzo.
that's right. A knockdown here, and yeah, this is quite dire. No meter to escape this. Pretty much just has to hold this pressure. And with positive
chipped.
bonus. Oh,
Oh wow, the hit still.
wow.
I don't think that I think that chip killed probably because Oz did not expect to have to FD that. I'm very surprised I hit that high.
Yeah, it was kind of a wonky situation, right? It would have been easy to think that Oz would have cleared over that hitbox, but it did end up hitting.
Yeah, worth mentioning by the way that the winner of this match has to fight RedDitto in losers quarters.
That's right. We're getting
either the Ram mirror or Razzo has to fight a different Ram.
Yeah. And yeah, we're getting to the point of the bracket where no match is free. Pretty much everything you're seeing, every player that's left is one of the best in the tournament, and it's going to be tough regardless of who you are or who you're fighting.
For sure. Alright, round start. Flash kick knockdown, gets counter hit by the meaty close slash.
Okay, blocking all the overheads quite nicely. But missing one of their swords, and now missing both of their swords. Lots of 2Ks, but Razzo ready. And yeah, this is just looking pretty dominant. It seems like Oz is not being able to get too much started. That being said, right now, gets a wall break and have positive bonus for a potential block infinite, perhaps.
Doesn't have... Oh, uses the meter. 6p, not enough to kill. Oh, didn't combo.
Didn't combo.
That happens on Leo.
Yeah.
Oh, very
okay,
nice.
But manages to find the backdash. That is something that, if you're as Leo, if you're doing too many back turn Ks, you can get backdashed and you know, punished.
Yeah. Okay, flash kick knockdown. Backdashes the overhead. Very nice.
Yeah, some good defense from Oz. Still keeping it pretty even. That being said, giving a lot of opportunities for Razzo to get their game plan going. Okay, blocks the tap dust.
Ends up using all of their meter right away.
All their meter and a sword too. Just throwing everything in the sink, or the kitchen sink at Razzo. Okay.
Blocks the 5D.
Oh, yeah, that's not gonna work on Razzo.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a hopeful moment. That, regardless though, the risk is extremely cranked on Oz's side.
The defense from Razzo is so good right now.
Yeah, it simply cannot find a hit, and that actually might be it.
And Oz is trying to throw every mix-up in the book at Razzo, and it just did not work.
That's right, and a nice optimal route there with the whiff 2S. Oh, but gets burst baited. That's pretty bad. Gonna be in the corner. And gonna break the wall, probably with super right here. That looked a little late, but it's still probably gonna hit.
Yeah, that should be fine.
And a lot of damage.
It's not down. Oh, okay, just gets hit by the tape down. Calvador should kill.
Yeah, this should be it.
Okay, well, Oz on the board, 1-1.
Okay, nice. Clapping back a little bit.
So that's all you need is Ram. You know, you just you hit them, you do a combo into Calvados, and they explode.
Yeah, it could be, you know, it doesn't matter who you are. That damage is big.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's immune to Calvados.
You know, Leo is pretty gutsy, but the benefit of Calvados is it just doesn't really care about guts.
Yeah, I believe Leo's defense rating isn't super high, but he's got a lot of guts to work with. So, yeah, Calvados is a perfect tool for the job.
Okay, we'll see what the adaptation is there. See a lot of round start flash kicks from Razzo.
Yeah.
I'll try to go for a more patient call out, or a patient defensive option there, but
yeah.
I was calling it out. DP,
yeah.
Back to the corner.
Oz a pretty offensive player at round start, as we've seen before. Oh, okay. And just flailing, really, whiffing so many buttons when Razzo easily capitalizing on it.
Yeah.
Okay, goes behind. Yeah, this should be it. RC, oh.
Mess up. Okay, double side swap.
Okay.
Sorry, messed up, but we turned into a mix-up.
Yeah, an American reset, perhaps. Okay, throw. Goes behind, and oh man, that's You can't really see that. 50-50s all over the place.
It chooses the burst.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a good position for Oz, but without actually finding a big hit, this still is very doable for Razzo. And
So flash kick, is that enough? No, too pro-rated.
yeah, either way, going to be a mix-up into wall break.
Hit by the back turn K there.
Yeah, and I mean, Ramlethal's pressure is one of the best in the game, but if you can't find a hit at the end of the day, and Razzo just manages to find one spot with that little life left, you're pretty much just screwed. And Razzo showing that, you know, Ramlethal doesn't really have too many unreactable, like truly unreactable mix-ups. Does have some, of course, but they're a little more rare. And Razzo just has the reactions to block everything and find the spots to mash.
Yeah, you know, Ram's offense is very strong. You know, she has like close slash into sword toss, stuff like that, which is usually, you know, most characters can't do much about that. But if you do have a DP like Leo does, you can leverage that as an option. And Leo happens to have the best DP.
Yes.
Very rewarding. You get the side swap off of it, and that is something that really keeps this matchup from being more difficult for Leo, that he has such a good option against her offense.
That's right, and we're getting the classic combo into a reset, 3 lows.
Oh, the cross-up setup.
Yeah, and that honestly, that's scary. Seeing that wall slump from Leo, that's very scary.
Yeah, I don't like seeing that. I think I saw that in my nightmare last night.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of nightmares, Oz might be living in a nightmare right now.
True, living on a prayer currently. Razzo on match point.
Oh, drops the combo. This is Oz's chance if he wants to turn this around. Razzo happy to... Oh wait, no, it does not have a burst actually. Either way, this is...
Some throws coming in. Nice. RC. Very nice.
And as much as people tell you to take the throw, if you take enough throws, you might just end up dying anyways.
You have a couple throws, adds up to a combo.
That's right.
The burst wants to keep the corner situation.
Okay, shoots the sword, and now in a sort of bad situation, but Razzo doesn't manage to find the combo into back turn right there. Actually whiff punishes the Rekka. Kind of a dangerous endeavor. Combo. And yeah, the Razzo is a player that's not afraid to go for what's optimal, regardless of how hard it is.
For sure. Oh, takes a throw.
A beautiful tech. Razzo content to chill right here. Playing very safely with that BRC and the 5P. That being said, oh, gets shimmied, but Oz drops the conversion, and that's going to be it.
Oh, Oz went for the burst bait in that moment, and Razzo did not crack. And that's going to be a 3-1 for Razzo. We definitely saw Oz bringing it back. That was a much better performance than the set earlier today. So
yeah, and what we have been seeing from Ticklememour has been really impressive. Pretty much every match they've played, and you know the one match or set they lost against Testyourluck was still fairly close. So Ticklememour definitely a high caliber player. Doren2k's got their work cut out for themselves.
So Doren starting off with some pressure. Uh-oh, down to burst though. Now they're in the corner. Guilty Gear is a game where things can flip so quickly on you.
That's right, and that's the wall break right there, and look at that damage.
Okay. Oh, that should be dead.
Yeah.
Very nice combo.
Don't even need any resets or anything like that. Just keep it simple. Okay. Very aggressive start from both players.
Nice IB. Ooh, gets the defensive 2K.
Yeah, Ticklememour ready for the double overhead right there.
So that's an example of Doran's experience. Like he knew in that situation that like this hover dash is not real. I am going to 5P you out of it. You know, you're gonna have to make me stay honest.
Yeah, and Ino is one of those characters where if you give her an inch, she'll take a mile. It's you cannot allow her to do anything that isn't real if you can help it, right? Because the real stuff is already so scary. If she's adding, you know, some other stuff on top of that, then you're really in trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, all splat into super. Beautiful.
Be a lot of damage.
Yeah, this super does a chunk. And right here, JdJones can kill, so it truly has to hold the mix-up. Chooses to go for the throw. And
dash gold burst.
yeah, I mean, at this point, it's definitely not bad. Gets tagged by the tatami, but lives. Oh no, goes for the reset.
Meter.
Yeah, actually, I was trying
for the burst bait again.
Yeah, trying so hard to bait that burst, but honestly, Doran was not even really that close to dying, so as much as I like the idea, in that position, Doran is pretty much happy to chill and hold that burst all the way till the end, right?
Yeah, you know, Ino's 8-stroke is a notable burst bait tool because it low profiles bursts. And previously, last patch, it was very strong because 8-stroke was plus on block anyway. So if they didn't burst, you kept your turn. In this game, now as of this patch, it's -2 on block. So you are giving up your turn to try to bait that burst. And that is a pretty big difference now. If you are doing that burst bait and it doesn't work, you are much worse off than you were before. It makes it just a weaker option in general.
Yeah, and we're seeing some burst bait from Doren2k side now. But again, Ticklememour not biting, still getting the wall break, and now this is going to be optimal combo. Not into wall break though, chooses to go for the mix-up, and it pays off.
He was also over the 2S.
Yeah, that's another great strength of JdJones, is it also goes over lows and throws, so it's just an amazing tool in Lycan's arsenal. Very versatile.
Yeah, very strong. Lets her convert a lot of air-to-air hits that other characters couldn't. Allows her to make very high up jump-ins plus on block because of JdJones. It's just a great tool.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of JdJones, we're seeing about as many as you can see in that amount of time.
Okay, that was wow, that match was just lightning quick. I'm going to be real with you.
Yeah, I feel like I barely had time to say much about it, but Doren2k manages to take it. Ticklememour has to find their response right now, and it's not looking easy. It almost seems like whatever Ticklememour's style of Ino is, Doren2k is even more ready, or maybe the warm-up that Larry Cage gave him is coming into play here.
Yeah, I feel like the difference maker right now is when Doran's put on defense, it feels very, even. Like Doran's putting up a lot of good answers. But on the flip side, I feel like Ticklememour has been struggling to find the answers to Doran's offense.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, as an Ino player, you're pretty much used to your mix-up just being, hitting all the time. But Doran is just like, Doran just knows what Ticklememour is going to go for, and that's what you have to do. It's going to be a wall break with super into hard knockdown. Once again, this is a very advantageous position for Doran, of course. And
great IBFD there, though.
Yeah, and that's a tool you don't see too often, but it's a really strong one if you can represent it.
Oh, unfortunately couldn't kill.
Yeah,
not the scramble.
Not the best use of meter either. Probably Ticklememour was hoping to have that meter there, but either way, manages to close out the round. And this time, Doren2k on the back foot.
Yeah, Ticklememour really needed that round to get some momentum going. Being down 2-0 currently.
That's right. Okay, and opts to spend the burst, not giving Doren2k that wall break that is probably going to happen from that. Oh, and the parry?
It's the parry, that's a lot of damage.
Okay. And here we go, this should be it. Oh no, but this is the combo. Probably was trying to go for a 5k jump cancel JD route.
Another example of Doran just like willing to call out the quote unquote fake pressure options from Ino.
That's right. On the wall break here. Yeah, this is a bad position for Doran, but
hit. Cross up JdJones.
Yeah, and even though that cross up is reactable, it's kind of hard to react to it, right? Because I mean, all you see is the air dash, so you might be thinking, oh, JS or something, and before you know it, she's behind you with the JdJones. Okay.
Hey, match point for Doran. Gets the burst.
Yeah, but Ticklememour with a burst of their own, putting Doran in the corner.
That should be
Oh,
it.
and that should be it. Very nice.
Very nice use of the Kabari there at the end.
You focused on rushdown or defense or anything like that. Because of her parry and some of her other tools, you do have to learn the matchup, right? You can't just get away with fighting him the way you would fight, like, I don't know, Kai or Soul, more honest sort of character.
For sure. That said, we are moving on to our next match very quickly. We have Razzo versus RedDitto, two of the best players in the country.
Yeah, in an alternate dimension, this might have been our grand finals, but in this case, whoever loses this is out.
Yeah, this is losers quarters of the tournament, which is crazy. And already I am seeing Ditto IB and throw Leo 6K on block, which is hard to do, but is honestly a game changer if you can do it, because Leo's option set after 6K is not the best. He does not have great ways to stop you from throwing there.
And it's not only hard in that, the 2-frame timing is hard. 5K is usually the first button that you're going to be seeing in Leo's pressure, so to IB that is extremely hard. Even
yeah, you have to be very, in the game, in the zone.
Absolutely. Okay. It's a nice throw into the safe jump. Oh, and immediately goes into super right there, absolutely calling out that, or actually, no, that was an option select.
It was an option select, yeah.
Yeah.
This might kill? Oh, it does not.
No wall break, so it does not kill, but then the throw bait from Razzo, very nice.
Very nice, yes. Okay, one apiece for this first game.
Yeah, and this is some high action Guilty Gear, some high caliber Guilty Gear. Like here, RedDitto's gonna get a nice combo with the funny sideways charge dust.
Yeah, I always love when that happens in Ram combos.
Yeah, it seems like it happens to her a lot more than everyone else. But in any case, back into the match. Razzo keeping it fairly safe.
Carries it. Doesn't get the knockback though, just the guard crush animation.
Yeah, no meter for a super here. Escapes with the BRC and can't really. Oh, yeah, this is a bit of an awkward situation because did not get the counter hit, so couldn't really combo into the swords. In any case, this is where Razzo gets their 50-50s going and manages to escape, and then gets the throw. This is not going to kill. Has to find one more.
Wow, what a great mix-up! What a first game.
Yeah,
you literally could not be closer.
Yeah, cannot ask for a closer game than that. I mean, come on.
So Ditto brought out a lot of pretty impressive things that game, and so did Razzo. Honestly, that was like when you have sets like this, you have people making adaptations in the middle of rounds. It's not between rounds, just during the round. Be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. This is gonna be just from this first game. This is gonna be a crazy set.
Yeah, if there's any Leo or Ramlethal players in the chat, make sure to bring out the notepad because you're gonna be needing to take some notes here. This is the matchup at its highest caliber.
Yeah, for sure. Ditto showing a lot of great conversions. Leo is definitely a type of character where you want to maximize your conversions when you hit him, because you want to make sure you're getting as much damage, you want to get positive bonus as early as possible.
That's right.
Ditto not missing a single conversion. Very impressive.
No, and right now, unfortunately, RedDitto getting tagged a lot and has managed to damage control a lot with burst and other defensive options, but still on their last legs. Finds the throw, and this is how the comeback can start here for RedDitto.
Okay, from Ditto.
Tries to maybe bait Razzo's own YRC, but no bite. Oh. Immediately catches a 5K with a 5K of their own, but now in the corner against Leo. And even though Leo's going to have to waddle all the way with his back turn dash, manages to find the meaty anyways. And then the back turn super to break the wall.
Okay, nice back dash from Ditto. Get some offense going. Oh, it gets stolen for the troubles though.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Oh, the burst works.
There's a chance here, but it's not going to be easy.
Oh, the fireball closes it out.
Yeah, and a beautiful dash out of sword from Razzo. You know, uh, if you're new at fighting Ramlethal, it can be easy to sort of see the sword and then just hunker down, but you actually have time to dash out of it and dash block pretty much safely, unless they have a meter to PRC or something, or they're close enough.
Yeah, they're in this game you can cancel your dash into a block, literally frame 1 as soon as you start your dash. So dash blocking is generally pretty safe, barring any execution errors.
Yeah, and Leo having a regular dash as opposed to a run actually ends up giving him a little more distance on his dash block anyways. Okay. And some nice footsies being played. RedDitto utilizing that sword's range to its best capabilities, gets a hard knockdown here into sword, but Razzo with
HVP.
Yeah, and dash HVP no less. Okay, guard break, one more. Nope.
That might kill. No, not quite.
And there it is. Yeah, even if that was blocked, it was, you know, Razzo had meter to convert off of the tap D or continue the pressure.
So
Okay.
flash kick for the knockdown.
That's right, get off me. And then goes behind,
Great
but gets
IB.
IB thrown. Oh, and this is from downtown. Still, the conversion works.
Yeah, that was very good for Ditto. Gives you the wall break and deposit bonus.
Oh, misses up the safe jump there. Okay, unfortunately gets out of the corner. Razzo does not get the follow-up hit to set up Oki. And
Ditto messed up that conversion, and now Leo's got a chance.
yeah, and so
That's
many
all
flash.
Leo needs.
Oh, and the burst. Yeah, we're seeing so many flash kicks from Razzo. We might want to start seeing some baits from RedDitto. Either way, manages to take the round. And we got another tied game.
Yes, for sure.
Oh. Staying plus with the close slashes.
Yes. Very good punish.
Oh, and the
great
sword.
conversion.
Yeah, the sword actually still connected.
The flash kick. And a throw.
Yeah.
The trickiest mix-up Leo has.
Absolutely, it's a similar situation to Eno. Okay.
Didn't went for the IB and the throw again there, but it is unfortunately not a true punish, so Razzo was able to bait it with the backdash.
Yeah, and unscaled, that super does so much damage.
Yeah, for sure. That's going to put Razzo up 2-1 against Ditto, but it's been so close that I would not be surprised if this turns into a Game 5.
Absolutely. If you can't really know who's gonna win this, as much as it's Razzo favor right now, there's definitely a world where RedDitto makes this comeback and wins 2 games straight.
For sure. But we gotta see some adaptations, maybe some more flash kick baits on Ditto's part. It's always tough, you know, you don't want to give up offense too often against Leo, you don't want to respect the flash kick too much, but sometimes you do have to bait it.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest strengths of the move, right? Is because you have to sometimes bait it, it gives Leo more opportunities to fight back and escape your great situations that you're setting yourself up for as Ram.
For sure.
As well as finding those gaps to DP, and we're seeing that a lot from Razzo actually. Not just wake-up DPs, but DPs and, you know, everywhere.
Yeah, now Razzo's on match point here.
That's right. RedDitto's going to have to find their way into something here, but so far it's all Razzo. He blocks almost the whole mix-up, but the overhead comes late and catches the backdash. And oh no, RedDitto looking a little lost maybe. I don't think that's going to do it, but
it did do it. Goodness.
Well, I take that back.
Yeah, alright. Well, that's, and check out the match Reno. Giving more players, or giving more money to the players is always appreciated. That said, we're getting into it. Testyourluck versus Remi Celeste.
Yeah, and this is a match that could change a lot in the bracket, right? If you know, whoever loses this is gonna have to fight either Doren2k or Razzo, and you know, either option is pretty scary, especially when Razzo has the Eye of the Tiger and is ready for the rematch.
Yes,
And
for sure.
of course, winning this means securing a spot in winner's side grand finals, which is an extremely good position to be in.
Yeah, but you get that advantageous, you know, your opponent will have to beat you twice in grand finals, and you're guaranteed second place, which means you'll get some money in your pockets regardless.
Absolutely. And,
so far, we've already seen Testyourluck kind of having that problem with blood gauge, where you know you have these options to kind of burst yourself at Axel, but if they don't end up working out, or if you don't make the offense work, you're left in this situation where you're very high on blood and you don't really have great options.
yeah, and I'm actually seeing Testyourluck move a lot despite having so much blood, doing jump D, backdash, almost putting himself into negative penalty even at the beginning of this game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that should be kill.
Oh,
Very
yeah,
nice.
with the wall damage. Yeah, and I mean, honestly, Remi Celeste just putting on a clinic on how to fight Nagoriyuki as Axel. We saw so many Rensen, so many air dash back JS, and you know, truly, as soon as that blood goes up, sometimes Nago just doesn't get to go in ever again and gets zoned for the rest of the game. That's what you want as Axel.
Yeah, for sure. I think Test, you know, one thing about this matchup is that you can afford to get hit a lot as Nago, as we've been mentioning throughout this bracket, and especially against Axel, because you know you get hit and it doesn't even go into a mix-up or anything. It's just, you know, one or two pokes into more neutral.
Yeah.
But you got to make something eventually work out in neutral, or those hits do add up.
Yeah, and right there we saw an early burst from Remi Celeste. That's a pretty important, as Nago's going to be spending some blood in their combos, and you know, going back to neutral against the high blood Nago, you're essentially just putting yourself into your own win condition.
For sure.
And
so that's another round for Remi. Yeah, that is something difficult about this matchup also, is that, you know, burst is a mechanic in the game, so even if you spend your blood gauge and you get in and you get your combos, the Axel can burst, and then you have to go back to neutral again.
yeah,
But
and again,
now we have a big old, you know, 70% combo, so...
That's right, but once again, well, I mean, in this case, it didn't actually come to pass. It seems like Testyourluck is in a position to take that easily, but also wall breaking against Axel is kind of interesting, right? Because against most characters, you know, you're just going back to neutral, but going back to neutral as Nago against Axel is not ideal.
Yeah, I've noticed that Nago players tend to really not go for, like, you know, not breaking the wall and keeping corner pressure. I think they generally prefer the positive bonus.
Yeah,
that might be it.
Oh,
not quite.
Not quite, yeah. The combo wasn't quite strong enough to take it. Either way, this is a very strong position for Remi. Has so much life to work with, and just manages to find a 2H to close out the round.
Yeah, this is looking very, very dominant so far for Remi Celeste here. I feel like, you know, Testyourluck has the explosive offensive moments, but they're just not finding them in this matchup currently.
Yeah, and I mean, this is one of the rare instances where, you know, Axel might actually have an advantage in this matchup, which is not, you know, usually the case. But, you know, it is tough as Nagoriyuki. There's no two ways about it. You actually just have to hold the zoning and, like, slowly make your way in. But that is the nature of having a character that's lacking so many movement options.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Axel's kind of a funny character in that way, because he's generally not considered to be a strong character, but he oddly has a few specific advantageous matchups, and they generally are against some characters that are considered to be strong.
Absolutely.
Nago being one of those characters that is just notably difficult, because Axel's just such a polarizing character, you know?
Yeah, it's either he wins really hard or he loses really hard, it seems.
And when you got a player like Remi winning even against one of the best Ramithals in the country,
that's right.
you give Remi a good matchup, and it's like, oof, good luck.
Yeah, you don't want to see Remi in a good matchup.
No, definitely not.
Okay, and yeah, see, once again, I mean, this situation, the health might be similar, but it's just so difficult, and Remi can just sit there and rinse and repeat over and over. We're going to be seeing rinse and cherry. Oh, and even with that chance for Nago, did not manage to make it count, and Testyourluck once again down around.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing there is even when Test got the knockdown, their blood gauge was so high that they couldn't really push the offense.
Yeah, exactly, and that's, it's one of the weaknesses of the character. Some people might want to make you think that Nago has no weaknesses, but right now we're seeing clearly Nago's weaknesses being exploited by Remi.
In many matchups, Nago just kind of spacing you out and looking to chip you with his normals, because his normals do chip damage or something like that. It's effective, but not against Axel.
No, and I mean, even in that situation, that snail would have been a free punish for pretty much the whole cast, but Nago with that much blood, unfortunately can't really do anything about it. It's the throw, though, into this, and...
This is really hard, though.
Yeah, not close enough to actually get a 50-50. Has a lot of blood to work with, but gets thrown.
Very nice. That's going to be a 3-0 for Remi Celeste, moving on to Grand Finals. Very dominant. Yeah, this is the true test.
This is the boss, the final boss. If they can manage to beat Razzo, they can, they can do anything, really. But it's not going to be easy. It's going to be very hard, in fact.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about this matchup, but I have heard that some Leo players are not super fond of it. Part of it is because Lycan does have that parry that does well against Leo's Okazemi, it doesn't matter if it's overhead or low, you just parry it.
Yeah, and I mean, pretty much the only option that beats both things is heavy fireball, but doing that puts you out of back turn, right? So it's definitely not easy, and a nice parry OS from Doren2k.
Another strength in this matchup too is that Lycan does have mix-ups that actually circumvent Leo's flash kick, because she has a lot of safe jump, or a lot of mix-ups that come after a safe jump, meaning you do not have time to charge flash kick.
Yeah.
And she has a lot of setups that are like left-right, where she can mix in safe jumps that you just have to kind of guess on.
Yeah.
So Leo doesn't have that, just infinitely valuable flash kick the same way he does in other matchups. It's still good, but it's not as difficult to work around.
Exactly, and right now Doren2k up around, but in this situation, gonna have to fight back against a positive bonus Leo to make something happen here. And yeah, see, that's a situation where in any other matchup we would have easily seen Razzo just go for the Okizeme right there, but the parry, really makes you second guess yourself as the offender.
Super, that should be a kill?
Absolutely, even had RC.
Didn't even need the RC, wow.
Yeah. And
wow. Up 1-0.
Okay. We're living in this world.
And, what did I say earlier? I was mentioning how I think Doran's been getting a lot better very quickly, and I wouldn't be surprised if he started doing well today. And here we are. He's in loser semis, up 1-0 against Razzo, one of the best players in the country.
Yep.
Of course, we gotta see adaptation, right? We gotta see what is Razzo's answers to Doran's style.
Oh yeah, this is nowhere near over, right? We're gonna have, at least 2 more games, but those 2 more games are not gonna be easy for either player, even with that early win from Doren2k. Still a lot of work to be done.
For sure. Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm kind of curious about how some neutral interactions go, because the round start DP. Razzo's been doing that so much today.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just something that you're going to be seeing a lot as Leo. Being a character with so much health, you can afford to take risks like that.
For sure.
Okay. Gonna go for... yeah, it makes sense to go for the wall break there because, you're Oki regularly. Not quite as strong against Lycan, right? You kind of gotta go for strike throw over high-low.
Yeah, for sure. Round 1 of game 2 going to Razzo.
Oh, and an important technique that Doran might be implementing is you can actually option select cross-ups with parry. If you do the input backwards and then press 2 buttons instead of just P, you can block FD one way and parry the other way. So,
Yep.
might be
a nice option select for Viking for sure.
Yeah. Okay, Doran down around and looking to be in a pretty dire situation. Shoots through the fireball though.
Oh,
and
good Kabari.
Oh yeah, Razzo throwing so many fireballs, but not really working out. That being said, that should be the end of the match. And Razzo answering back with a quick 2 rounds.
Yeah, that situation is a little rough for Doran because even though you do have the safe jump with Tatami, Razzo can just DPRC, you know, and you still would have to respect that and take the offense. There is something you can do there technically if you switch from doing a zombie safe jumps and you instead, or sorry, Tatami safe jumps, and you instead decide to do JH safe jumps and then option select parry. You can just parry DPs that way.
Yeah,
That requires you to change up your Oki, and if they backdash the safe jump, you'll just parry on whiff, and then they'll whiff punish you, so there's, you know, risk reward. But maybe that's something we'll see.
Yeah, could be an option to implement here for Doran. Here, right now, Razzo doing a nice stagger pressure and back turn. It's pretty hard to answer back as a...
Oh, unfortunate burst.
Yeah, not what you want to see. And
Okay,
parries the high. Yep.
Man, Escobaring Leo is, that's very brave.
Yeah, that's truly what inviting hell means. Oh, and baits the parry. Nice.
Oh, yeah, man, you want this dude next to you? That's crazy. Get him away from me.
Absolutely. Definitely one of the characters with the best scramble options in the whole game.
Sure. All the 5P. I'll get CP'd for the trouble, though.
Yeah, DPing before the actual tatami mat hits. Oh, and that's a bad...
parry.
Oh, nice. Okay. Escabari gets DP'd.
Oh, that's side swapped.
Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, air connect on the wire C means you don't really get to pressure as easily.
For sure. That should be death.
That's right.
Right before burst came in as well.
Yeah, and I mean, that game, the first game that Doran took was good and all, but that's what I was talking about, right? It's not easy. Now Razzo has adapted, and, you know, the longer you fight him, you were seeing some more baits on the parries, more burst baits. It only gets harder the more you fight a player such as Razzo that is so ready to start adapting to any little mistake or habit you might have.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I've been noticing in neutral is Razzo has been using the guard point on Leo's // in 5H, where you hold the button, and it seems like Doran's been struggling to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, it can be pretty hard, right? Even if you have that double overhead with Yozansen, being in that parry mode, you know, if you're coming at Leo in the air, you don't really have anything that good to come down with.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
This might be a kill. Oh, drops a combo because / for the trouble.
Yeah, might have been trying to bait burst or something with that back turn P. Either way, this is going to be Tatami safe jump. BRC blocks the high. Yeah, that might be something to store in the memory to know that Doran went for the high that time. Might go for the low next time.
Oh, blocks the 2D.
And that should be it. Yeah.
I almost thought maybe a burst would come from Razzo, but probably just didn't feel confident in it.
Yeah, Razzo is a player that's willing to hold burst a lot. And, you know, it's for reasons like that. Now, a situation that would have put him in the corner, had he gotten burst baited, allows him to maintain some control. Unfortunately, though... Oh, and yeah, see, Razzo that time was ready for the low.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, right? Even a 50-50, you can guess on a 50-50, right?
True.
At the end of... It's only 2 options, right? So...
Oh, beats the parry. The cross up, the double
Another
cross
one.
up. Oh my
And-
goodness. Victory
Yeah.
was in Doran's sights and Razzo just snatches it.
Yeah, staying cool under pressure, one of the trademarks of any strong player, such as Razzo. Oh, does not get the wall bounce from JD, but still gets a safe jump anyways.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's huge, huge reward. Oh, drops the combo.
No,
though.
drops the combo. That close slash was meant to hit,
Hates the
and now,
parry.
yeah, and with the burst advantage here, Razzo's poised to take this. It's gonna be a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's not quite death though. Still got maybe 2 mix-ups depending.
Yeah, and I mean, Razzo going aggressive, but doesn't really need to commit to anything big.
Oh, very unfortunate. Doran definitely had some moments there that could have maybe capitalized on, but unfortunately is going to end up losing 3-1 to Razzo. Yeah, if you guys like Razzo, post some ones in the chat. If you think Testyourluck's gonna take it, post some 2s. So yeah, see some activity in the chat. Let me know how you're feeling. Or just post emotes, you know, whatever you feel like doing.
Alright, we're seeing some,
Some intros. That's how you know it's serious. When you see intros, it's all business.
okay, here we go.
Versus Nagoriyuki. Let's rock. Okay, let's see what both these players bring to the table this set. Already a big counter hit for Tess.
Yeah, and some patience being shown right away from both players. Oh, the bait! Testyourluck. Oh, but did not actually recognize that the RC bubble didn't hit. Either way, this is still an amazing position for Testyourluck.
Yeah. Oh, gets knocked down though. This is where things change.
Okay, blocks the overhead, backdashes, but gets thrown with the RC.
It's okay though, because like we were saying, Nago has a lot of health. He can afford to get hit in these situations and still be advantageous. But it gets knocked down again.
Yeah, checks the Fukia with a 2P.
That's the burst. Very nice 5K to check the momentum from Razzo.
Yeah, and the neutral jump in the corner, a good patient option, but even then, Razzo didn't really escape the tough position. Early command grab, baits the DP and still punishes the 2P, and another break on the wall. Right now, Testyourluck playing on fire.
Okay, oh, DP is the gap between the second and third hit.
That's right. Yeah, and as Nagoriyuki, you might be used to just like, I have meter, I can do my slash and get some blood back. Not against Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Might be something that Testyourluck will have to bait in the future. Okay.
Getting a lot of pokes and just getting their blood gauge down. You know, Naga's normals do chip damage, so you are effectively doing damage whenever you make people block your normals.
Absolutely, or at the very least consuming some of that precious meter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, super.
Kill?
Yeah, didn't even need the wall break.
Can never be certain with Naga health, but...
Yes, I've been conditioned to think that it's never gonna kill, but that being said, we find ourselves in the last round situation this game 1. In the air throw!
The read. The flash. Okay, pressure. Oh, burst.
Oh, but then
Super
no
order?
time for burst either. This
I don't think this kills, but this is going to be a huge advantage for Testyourluck.
absolutely.
Oh, it's in a wall break.
Oh, interesting. Still not a bad situation, but no positive means less chances to RC. Baits the burst. Razzo staying cool under pressure. Oh my god!
Commentator's curse. Oh boy, that was... for a moment there, I thought that might have been Razzo's break when the super did not break the wall.
Yeah.
That had me a little concerned because, you know, that meant that Testyourluck did not have meter anymore. Positive bonus usually kind of helps you, you know, circumvent that problem, but because it did not wall break, they did not get the positive bonus. But they remained solid and baited the burst on block, and now they're up 1-0 against Razzo again.
I can't believe my eyes. Testyourluck looking like they're still trying to prove something. I beat you once and I can beat you again. That's what Testyourluck is saying.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, let's not forget what happened in the Doren2k match, right? That first game, Doran won, and then Razzo adapted. And actually, pretty much in every other match that we've seen Razzo win in this top 8, they've lost a game, but it doesn't really matter in the end because they end up taking the whole match.
Yeah, I was going to mention all of their wins in this top 8 so far are 3-1.
Yeah.
And they might be looking to add to that collection of 3-1s today.
Yeah, and all these counter hits right now. Testyourluck is maybe mashing a little too much, and now Razzo capitalizing on that, doing so many guard breaks into the super. That's going to be the first round, and a quick one at that. An explosive change in the pace of Razzo.
And you know, those guard crushes, they're not just physical damage, they're mental damage. You feel bad as a player when someone just does something like that 3 times. You're just like, man, am I really that like conditionable? You know, like what's going on here?
On so many clashes right now, but man, it just the scrambles are insane right now. So many DPs clashing with Nago's disjointed normals.
They're playing so fast right now.
Yeah, behind.
The tempo has skyrocketed.
Yeah, the first match was sort of more patient, like what we saw before, but now Razzo is showing I can change it up too in the first phase.
That's 1-1. That was a very it was kind of a very like, you know, all over the place round, but I feel like the ball was always in court.
Yeah, Razzo's trying to shut down the Cinderella story right now.
And but we were just saying, you know, all of Razzo's sets as top 8 have been 3-1.
Yeah, and then we do, yes, absolutely. And now we're even. This is all of a sudden first to 2.
First to 2 strive. What a terrifying thought.
A nightmare, absolutely. And a nightmare these players are living in. Let's see how Testyourluck adapts. Giving up a lot of space, but managing to find a back throw into the corner.
Beats the DP.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of DPs from Razzo's court. I almost feel like Testyourluck is being a little too safe with these conversions, trying to bait the burst a bit more than maybe they should, and dropping some damage.
Yeah, I would like to see them just kind of commit to the burst punish, and if they burst, they burst.
Yeah. Okay. Gets hit by
nice.
the Yeah.
Right, dashes the overhead and gets a whiff punish.
Yeah, Razzo didn't manage to find a good clean hit there to get their pressure started. That being said, a big starter, but Testyourluck ready with the block. Okay, lots of blood already.
Choose the burst.
Gets caught flailing. Gets caught flailing again. Knockdown. Goes behind. Nobody's blocking that today.
No.
Oh, in the 2K, we've seen so many 2Ds already this round.
Zintai 2K 6A, that's a kill.
Absolutely.
Piece for this match.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of blood already. Does not bait the burst that time, and that's when the burst comes. Either way, still a great position here. Not giving up a lot of space.
Oh, this is big. It's going to be a wall break, which is going to be positive bonus.
Absolutely. 2 6Hs for your troubles.
Oh, calls it the Beyblade. Oh, throw bait.
Oh, yeah, the throw bait with the JD.
Razzo without meter, but not without hope.
Absolutely. And so much...
Okay, never mind. Hope's gone.
Okay. 2-1. Testyourluck.
Yeah, okay. Well, definitely not getting another 3-1 here for Razzo.
No, this is... The easy times are gone now. Now, Razzo has to perform, has to kick into the next gear, and really show Testyourluck why Razzo is such an established player.
Yeah, I feel like Razzo's had the most success when they just put the pressure on Testyourluck. I feel like a lot of these situations, Razzo is the one that is ending up like trying to respond to Testyourluck's offense, and I feel like maybe Razzo needs to try to put on the pressure harder themselves.
Yeah, it was that round, that game where Razzo was just going super ham that Razzo managed to take. So maybe we need to see a little more aggression in that side. As we've mentioned before, this matchup does favor Nago in that straight hits are gonna count a lot more towards Nago than towards Leo. Oh, and
Oh, Razzo wasn't paying attention to the blood gauge.
yeah, and I mean, this is not even bad. You get all your blood back, and now Testyourluck, while has less health, has a lot of blood to work with. That being said, the throw comes out, and now we're in a situation where, well, we're going to the next round.
We're moving on. Okay, that was a crazy round, but
so much back and forth. Tries to bait the DP there with the Fukio back. Razzo not biting. Being a little more patient on defense so far. Okay.
Nice IB on the 5H, keeping Nago closer.
Another 5H. Has to use Fukio to keep himself safe. And this is pretty bad for Testyourluck. But manages to find the 5K, and with the counter hit, combo into 2S, 5H. Oh, and the super!
Great reversal super! That's gonna lower all that blood gauge too.
Absolutely.
Just about anyways.
Yeah, and now Razzo might be looking at a situation where they might have to burst if they want to win this round.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not. It's the overhead.
Some nice damage. Next hit's gonna do it!
That's the power of Leo right there. You're always one overhead away from getting things done.
Yeah, and I mean that was 2 resets, but they are 2 mix-ups, but they happened so quick, right? As Testyourluck, you don't have enough time to really, you know, think like, oh, is it gonna be overhead, whatever? No, it's over that fast. You know, this fighting game is a breakneck. It happens at a breakneck pace. Especially against Leo when you're defending.
Yeah, even, Nago, who is chunky, you get mixed up a couple times, it adds up, and now we are at 2-2 here in Losers Finals. This has definitely been a set, for sure.
Absolutely, and Testyourluck taking a moment there, maybe trying to gather their thoughts, take a breath, drink some water, something, but whatever they did, they have to find a way to once again fight back. We've been seeing one match goes to Testyourluck, one match goes to Razzo. Can the streak keep going? Will Testyourluck find the key adaptations required to defeat Razzo twice in one tournament? We'll see. Lots of flailing right now, gets whiff punished.
Yeah, big whiff punish for Razzo. Razzo's whiff punishes have been very on point today. That might be the deciding factor here in this last game between these two.
2D, nice little patience, but Razzo ready.
Wake up.
Yeah, ready for the DP bait. That's the thing, right? You DP bait someone so many times, eventually they're gonna just run up and throw you. No meter for a super. Testyourluck needs.
Testyourluck has 50. Oh, gets hit by the 6P.
Yeah, maybe had to answer with a 6P of their own, but probably ended up going for throw. Okay, here goes behind. Backdashes, but...
I love the fireball to force the jump and then use the PRC into the 5P to get the back turn. That was so smart from Razzo. Oh, baits the DP.
Yeah.
A lot of damage. Got a lot of blood back for it, too.
Oh, the clash!
The clash!
Oh my god.
Aware.
Yeah, Testyourluck ready for that clash. It's a situation that doesn't really happen too much, especially... Oh, but in any case...
Oh, the cross-up.
Yeah, Razzo has a lot of work to do here. Still has burst for the next round.
Is that time to counter? Oh, it is. Oh, it chooses the burst. You gotta make it work.
Testyourluck needs one more hit, but looks like he's getting a little impatient, doing a lot of Fukios, a lot of Beyblades.
That blood gauge is looking high.
So you don't want to gamble at all. So much patience from both players.
Yes, Razzo knows that the blood gauge is high, so Testyourluck can't force.
Oh, the 5P anti-air!
The overhead. One more mix-up, the cross-up.
And that should...
Is that gonna do it?
No, one more. Goes for
the cross-up.
The cross-up.
The 2D catch the backdash.
Oh, and that's
Razzo
gonna...
takes it. 3-2 in quite a ridiculous set, if I must say. Yep. Okay, we are getting into it. This is grand finals of Shut Up and Fight 3. Can we get some noise in the chat, everybody? If you're rooting for Razzo, can I see some ones? If you're rooting for Celeste or Remi Celeste, let me see some twos. Drop some emotes. Make some noise.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, it's a patient neutral so far. Feeling
Yeah.
each other out. I don't know if these two have ever played. I don't think I've ever watched them play.
I can't say I have either, but I mean, I think Razzo might have at least fought Stealthy before, so I'm sure this is not a matchup that Razzo is unfamiliar with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Remi in the corner, and Razzo being quite patient. This is a
Great defense.
yeah, IB throw.
We've seen so many people get hit by that cross-up, not just in the corner, but in general today, and Remi, the first one of the set, is already eyes open.
Yep. Remi is absolutely an eye user.
For sure.
Okay. 6H to cover the ground and the air. Very nice. Oh, but the 5P gets anti-aired?
This was kind of in, yeah, they got a knockdown, but it wasn't like the best type of knockdown to really start pressure from.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what the rounds will look like when Remi is winning. Just, you know, Razzo never really getting in, Remi jumping around, making it hard for Razzo to get anything started. Oh, and there's a punish.
2D.
And actually, I wonder if at certain ranges, Remi could probably get 5k into Axel Bomber, right, from that 2D. Something to ponder. Anyways, I mean, this is looking like
nice PRC into air throw.
Yeah.
Alright, that was a pretty convincing game one.
Quite dominant from the Canadian Axel player.
However, you know, Razzo is not the type of player that you expect to just, you know, lose the first game and have no adjustments. As we've seen all throughout today, they're going to fire back with some new ideas.
Oh yeah, Razzo is not just going to fold. This is going to go the distance probably, unless Remi can really show us something.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, Remi is looking cracked today, so maybe they just shut Razzo down. You know, it's not. Again, this is what I was talking about earlier, where like this game just has so many good players, and like every different day, things can go differently. You know, that's what makes these games so crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone here could really confidently say which one of these is the better player, and you know, I guess we'll have to find out because it's not really there's not really way of knowing or measuring that other than whoever ends up taking this for the day.
Yep. At the end of the day, all these players, everyone that made, you know, top 4, top 8, whatever, they're all crazy.
Oh yeah.
Crazy good.
Okay. Immediately bursts out. Doesn't want to give Leo the Okizeme. Quite astute. Okay, puts himself in the corner, but gets right out of the corner. And Remi was not expecting the double cross up.
That should be death. Nice. Okay, Razzo answering back with a perfect, you know, no big deal.
Yeah, and, you know, we've seen this before. Razzo's adaptations have been crazy this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Already, I mean, Razzo's just getting in now.
But we have seen Remi defending so well today that even when they're in the corner, I don't feel too worried for them. Like, they've just been making the corner like it's their home today.
Absolutely. Yeah, just hunkering down, blocking everything. IBFD, get out of here. Being said, 6P to anti-air and the throw to... Yep.
Okay, but I mean, that's the response I was talking about. You know, it's what we expected from Razzo.
As I said, this set might just go the distance.
I think for our sakes, I hope it does. Because it's fun. I love watching and stuff, you know?
I mean, who wants to see a 3-0, right? Even if you're rooting for Remi, you probably want to see a good match.
Yeah, of course. I always say when I'm watching a tournament, I want this player to win, but I want it to be 3-2 last round, last hit.
Yeah, you want them to work for it, right?
Yeah, I want to... Because when your favorite player wins a set that close, you get to pop off harder for them.
Exactly. It's just more hype. And Remi answering back, being a little more... not defensive, but evasive. Not really letting Razzo get in. Lots of moving, actually. Not really staying put, doing a lot of air dash back JP, air dash back JH.
Part of good defense in fighting games is not defending at all and not being there in the first place.
Yeah, if you don't even have to block, then, you know, that's better. if you can use your good movement to get around stuff. And Remi, being a long-time player, probably has experience to move and evade all of Razzo's attacks, even though, of course, Axel is a slower character.
Oh, almost saw a very strange conversion there.
Yeah.
I mean, choose the burst. All his evasion is just not working out, though. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. It was hard fought, but Remi ends up taking that first round. Razzo, however, still has burst.
At some point, you gotta hold your ground.
Yeah, and that being said, I mean, burst is not that strong against Axel unless he has you in the corner, right?
Yeah, there's not really a lot of great uses for burst. It's not like Axel does a lot of big combos, you know?
Yeah, other than Axel bombers, you don't really get too many good chances. Through 3?
Wow.
Okay.
Alright.
Can't say I've seen that combo before.
Same, I didn't know you could do that many reps.
Looking like May. Anyways.
Oh, big air-to-air for Razzo. Yeah, you want to burst that. Don't want to give him positive bonus.
No, but just as soon as Remi got out, Razzo got right back in and with...
Does that kill? No.
No. It's going to be close, though. One more hit's going to seal the deal for Razzo, and there it is.
Counter hit. Perfect. Okay, now Razzo's up 2-1, threatening to reset the bracket here.
Yeah. Remi's got to be thinking, you know, what can I do to change it up?
Okay, I feel like, you know, we did see Remi earlier in the bracket go down 2-0 to RedDitto and then answered all the way back 3 straight. So Remi, no stranger to being put on the back foot here.
Yeah, definitely not a player that's going to get nervous even in a situation like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's thrown though, overhead, immediate burst.
Yeah,
Remi has to make this count, doesn't want to lose his burst without getting something in return. Okay, nice, gets out. Oh, and Razzo not patient enough to block Cherry.
Okay,
nice conversion. Okay. Oh, but whiffs the 2H a chance, but Remi misses the whiff punish.
Oh, good tip of the tap dust.
Should be it. Razzo up a round.
Yeah, Remi, you know, you definitely want to not get reset. It's just more games you're going to have to play.
Razzo is in Remi's head right now. That was an air throw into a throw bait, back to back.
Oh no.
Good
throw. That is bracket reset.
And Razzo really showing that that first game was not was not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've seen it this entire bracket so far. Razzo losing one game, and then just, that's it. Doesn't lose anymore.
And it looks like we're going right back into it. The bracket has been reset, so it's up to Remi to try to adapt and now, you know, find a way to win 3 games against Razzo. No easy feat for anyone.
For sure. Well, we'll see what adaptations Remi makes. You know, sometimes players in the winner's side of Grand Finals, it's not, I don't want to say they throw away the first set, but they're comfortable with just kind of playing things out and feeling it out for the first set.
Absolutely.
And then using that information for the second set.
Yeah, even if you lose, it's not the end of the world, right? You can still, you know, use the info, as you say, to make some adaptations. Okay.
So far, this round's going well for Remi.
Yeah, some nice zoning.
Okay, Razzo's in. Oh, the cross up. Chooses the burst. Doesn't want any of it. Stopping it early. Ooh, Razzo got in again, though.
Guard break. Oh, okay.
Nice
Yes,
punish.
Yeah, we've been seeing that a lot, and Remi was ready for it. I believe that guard crush is actually, you can mash against it on reaction, if I'm not mistaken. At the very least, you can jump. Anyways, Remi up around now, maybe trying to turn things around a little bit. Rainwater staying plus. Oh, and yeah, I mean that DP is nice and all, but you're not really getting much from it.
Yeah.
Another
Okay, anti-air DP.
Trade, but in favor of Razzo. Okay. Chooses to keep the corner. Oh,
Nice
and
tick
the tick throw. Okay. Oh, Patience was expecting the DP again, as Razzo did have 50 meter. Uses the meter instead to get the back turn, and this should be it. Yes.
Axel is made of paper.
Tied game once more, but Remi has burst. With enough time, though, Razzo might be able to get a burst of their own this round, even though, well, we'll see. Okay, 5k, test to throw.
Remi is fighting right now. Razzo has a bunch of meter to work with.
Yeah, nice combo into Snail. Puts Razzo full screen, goes for the Renson combo.
Things are falling apart pretty quick for Razzo.
Oh, and nice on Remi's side
anti-air.
to be ready for that BRC situation.
Great 2k.
Oh, that should be it. Yeah. Nice. Remi on the board.
Yeah, we're going up 1-0 again. So we are back with Remi's advantage in the set.
Yes, let's hope for Remi's sake that we don't see a repeat of last set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was so good there at the end to call out Razzo's aggression, because so much of Remi's neutral so far has been a lot of just moving back, right? Being very evasive. And, you know, sometimes you do need to hold your ground and cut people's movement off more directly, and that's what we saw there.
Absolutely. You can't, I mean, you want to be, like, backing up and doing, you know, instant air dash back JS and stuff, but you don't have all the room in the world, right? We're not playing an Infinite Azura from Tekken or whatever. You eventually hit the corner.
True. That was a great movement around the flash kick, got the side saw, now got the air throw. Oh, this is looking all Remi right now.
Yeah, no meter here, but the negative, or the meter penalty has ceased to exist, so probably going to get some meter back soon. Only really has to land one hit, but Razzo, one of the most evasive players in the game. Oh, but ends up getting caught by the 2S.
Great anti-air.
Yeah, and this
when you fight a player of Remi's caliber playing Axel, you feel like you cannot jump at them. And when you feel that way against Axel, you just think, what do I do?
Yeah, and I mean, Leo's grounded approach is fairly linear, to be honest, so not having one of your approach options be blocked off so harshly. And I mean, look at that. An anti-air right away.
Yeah, that time was 6B.
Oh, Snail, but yep, you can PRC that. Okay, big conversion here. Oh, but drops it. Okay, bursts him back into the corner.
Gets the throw.
Yeah, even if Remi loses this, this is pretty big, as Razzo will not have burst, but finds the mash.
Great defense.
2S.
Okay.
Oh, he's in the middle of something. Jumps out.
It's out of the corner.
Yeah.
Touch evasion. Oh, the throw bait.
The throw bait, we've been seeing that a lot. Okay, it needs one more hit, and there it is, another throw bait.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, Remi may be opting for delay tech a little too much.
Okay. Cross up. Oh, disrespect.
Yeah, knowing that Razzo was gonna go for that cross up. Oh, finds his mark, but misses the snail there. Okay.
Oh man, Remi is just calling out the ground approaches, the air approaches, and just making it so hard for Razzo to pick an option.
And the dash to call it the back dash even.
Oh my god, Remi is so on point.
Oh, in the corner though, this might actually change everything. And it the burst! Oh, no kill. Oh, not a lot of meter to FD, but that should be it.
Yes.
Unburstable.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh, Razzo tried to do Fireball PRC to get some momentum in neutral, and Remi just had the perfectly timed and placed 2H to counter hit it.
We are going the distance. Now, Remi up 2-0, I believe?
Yeah, I think it's 2-0. I don't think Razzo's won a game this reset. The rounds have been so close, you might think otherwise, but...
This might lend some, what you were saying before about, taking the information from the first set. We're definitely seeing Remi like straight up calling out Razzo in neutral so much with the JPs, the far slashes. It almost feels like Remi knows where Razzo's going to be before even Razzo knows where he's going to be. Or they're going to be, that is.
Yeah, Remi has just had such accuracy in their button placement. What was that? Wait, what was that burst?
Ice game?
Someone clip that for me, please. I need to see that one in the replay.
Okay, in any case, strong start from Razzo. Remi can afford to lose this, but doesn't want to lose too much, obviously. Don't want to give up the momentum.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, a beautiful conversion right there. Nice little bit of damage. More rainwater staying plus. Lots of room to work with here for Remi. Okay, here comes that. A lot of corner carry here, but and there. Okay.
Is that fast enough? No, it is not.
Oh!
All the throw. Razzo's all offense right now.
Yeah, this is aggression to the extreme.
Your neutral doesn't matter if you're blocking. Oh, that's death. That's death. That's death.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
2-1. That was a very quick game from Razzo. As Remi, you just gotta not let it get to you. You know, it's just like, all right, you know, you're fighting Leo, you're fighting a good player. It happens.
And I mean, even as good as Remi's playing, you gotta wonder how much stamina Remi has, right? Because you need so much. To be holding back Razzo, you know, for 3 or 6 games straight, I mean, that's nuts, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, it looks like we got the clip from the funny burst. That'll be a fun one to revisit later.
We did. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate it. All right, we are still, you know, 2-1. Remi just needs one more game. But yeah. Razzo is playing so much faster right now, and I don't know if all the unfortunate burst with.
Yeah, but this is Remi's tournament to lose, right?
Yeah,
Remi is up, has the advantage here, but you know, Razzo is an extremely good player. However, right now it's looking like all Remi.
Okay, back turn, the tick throw. Oh, that's big. Is that death? That's not death.
That's death.
That's death for sure. Okay.
Yeah, and a round that was looking so Remi favored turned around so quickly. That is the strength of Leo to snowball out of control with that back turn. And Axel really doesn't have too many good answers to it. Okay. Lots of patience here. Rensen does not do the follow-up and has time to run up throw. Okay, a little stagger pressure here. 2H, 2H again. This should be it. Oh, yeah, this should be it. Perfect from Remi, actually. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect from Axel don't actually happen that often, just because of how many times he has to hit you.
This is match point for Remi Celeste.
Oh. I feel like we might see some anti-airs come out from Remi here.
Yeah, I'm feeling it too. Oh, and there was an air-to-air.
All the cross-up.
Oh,
don't think it's fast enough. Oh, it
was fast enough. Burst on Razzo's side, but might not get to use it if Remi plays his cards right. Okay, gets burst into the corner. This could be it.
Oh no! The DP!
Blocks the DP! Oh, it's blocking everything right now.
Great burst, great burst.
Oh, the 2K! Not enough for this! Oh my goodness! Remi Celeste is your champion for Shut Up and Fight number 3. And what a game that was! Woo!
So well played from Remi and Razzo, honestly. Like that could have gone either way. Just
yeah.
The adaptations between both players, like Razzo kept trying to speed up the game from time to time, and then you know Remi would adjust to it and then start calling out Razzo's approach options. So like I can't stress enough the accuracy behind Remi's decision making. You know, whenever there was a jump, there's an anti-air. When there was a ground approach, there was a 2K or a 2H or something. Like Axel's not the type of character that just covers a bunch of options at once. He's not a very carefully pick out what you're doing. That was very impressive.